for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad. And you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
There is a place outside of Philadelphia where the aroma of freshly baked bread brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families joined together to enjoy an authentic old world taste with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpele's Italian Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpele's family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpele's Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at corpelesbakery.com.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.com.
Women Heart is in a race to save lives. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women. It's 80% preventable if you know the facts. Millions of women are living with or at risk of different types of heart disease, like AFib, which is a type of irregular heartbeat. It affects both women and men, but women with AFib have a higher risk of stroke and death than men. Get educated. See your doctor. Know the facts. Diet and exercise are key to staying healthy. Know the risks. Women Heart does something really unique, solely focusing on women and providing peer-to-peer support. To win this race, we all have to do it together. Our hearts beat as one. To learn more, visit womenheart.org.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And you know how it's a party? It is a Thursday, John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. And if it's a Thursday, that means today's show is presented by our friends at Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, you go for the square. Because Wendy's has fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double. Taste the hot, juicy, square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef is available in the contiguous United States, Alaska, and Canada. What do they do in the other areas? They get that frozen stuff that, like, you know, those other people are serving the people, not the Wendy's. Wendy's is serving you the fresh.
Yeah.
Hot.
A little pep in the
Fresh.
step this morning. What's that word that you said before Alaska and Canada there?
Continuous?
See, why does he get away with continuous and I have to say contiguous?
It's not contiguous. It's spelled wrong.
See?
No, according to Coach, and he knows stuff, it's contiguous.
What?
Because, John, I struggle.
Wait a minute.
When you're not here, I cannot say the word.
Wait a minute.
Contiguous.
I could say it, but I didn't realize. Coach, do
I
you
like
know
continuous
stuff?
better. Yeah. I like what you say better.
Contiguous?
Yeah, it's contiguous.
Yes.
Sharing a common border.
Real? I would never have known that.
Yeah. I can't say it. So Alaska and Hawaii are out.
Contiguous.
They don't share our borders.
I mean, contiguous. Just say continuous.
It comes out horribly.
TIG. Just focus on the TIG. Right? Go the old TIG.
That's what she said.
There you go. So we love Wendy's. Whether it's continuous or contiguous, There is a word, Coach. You've taught us something today. Coach knows stuff. I've never heard that word. Did not know that word. And is that an SAT word, I guess?
Yeah, probably.
That must be. All right, we begin today's show on Watch.
Girardi Watch. Girardi Watch 2022.
Oh, I love that. We are keeping an eye on it. Adam Joseph's in the Weather Center. He's going to keep an eye if there's a cold front coming over, because it would be cold whenever you say, okay, we're paying you millions of dollars. You're set for life. But, Joe, we need your playbook. We're on Watch because I am convinced, and I have no reason why to be convinced. Let me assure you again, because I had people reaching out again yesterday because my DMs are open going, well, what are you hearing? Why are you saying it so defiantly? I'm like, I think the Phillies are pulling the trigger on Joe Girardi today.
Even after last night's terrific win?
And all I could think of is stinking Pat Egan. Last night, Pat.
I know. I thought about him this morning. I hated it.
All I could think of was you last night with, well, if he wins, I don't think they pull the trigger. And I'm like, screw you, Egan. If last night's game says, oh, well, okay, now we're okay. We're 22-19. If we were 21-30, the house is burning. We got to make a move. If it's 22-29, oh no, that's how we can handle that.
I did not come into work today to be rated by you asshats.
I got your back,
that
Pat.
Somebody else might do.
You're having Wendy's.
Because you know why?
True.
I agree with Pat. I'll be more surprised today if they pull the trigger because of last night.
Okay,
which is crazy. I'm not saying that's me. I'm saying that's their thinking.
All right, Jamie said he'd be pissed if it happened today because he would be like, okay, that means you wanted to do it in the Giants series, but you wouldn't do it because Gabe was in town.
Yep.
I am going to be pissed if it doesn't happen today because I'm going to now believe what subliminally Pat Egan has put into my psyche, that the Phillies went, oh, we won last night, so it wasn't that bad. We won 1 out of 3 against the Giants. They're a really good team. The easy schedule's coming up. We'll dig ourselves out of this.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Girardi's fingerprints were all over that win last night.
Leaving Nolan too long?
So you start Odubel Herrera, and everybody before the game's like, what the hell? And me included. Why aren't you starting Mickey Moniak? Like, why are you doing this? And Herrera goes out and gets 2 hits and scores 3 runs. Then they call up Nick Maton because they have to, and they start him at second base. And what does he do? But hit, the biggest home run in the game next to Schwarber's. So he looks like a genius today, John.
Oh, yeah,
and going to Kincade, who had a phenomenal 9th inning on just 14 pitches. Woo! Big Joe getting it done. I'm with you, Pat.
It doesn't make me happy, but I don't think they fire him today.
Now, why are we on the watch? Because I want Coach monitoring his email, waiting for the response that the Phillies are having a 11 a.m. press conference today. That's what I'm waiting for. That email to come across. Jamie, I think you're on that distribution too.
I am. Yeah.
You may be able to get it. Whoever gets it first, we hit the Girardi Watch 2022. Because to me, if you're at 22-29 and you wake up and you say, nah, we're good. We're good. This is all going to work out.
Girardi Watch. Girardi Watch 2022.
When you hear the sounder, you will know that we've got breaking news.
I didn't get an email, but that's what it would sound like.
That's what it would sound like, so we're alerting you. And by the way, we got Cecily out of bed. Cecily's going to be on the watch. She's keeping an eye on the radar. And we're sending Adam Joseph out, like on yesterday we're watching the news. Adam's doing the weather at the Devon Horse Show.
I saw that.
And
Skyler was out there Monday.
And the girls are, I already told you before, obsessed with everything Adam Joseph. So they're like, why is Adam Joseph at the Devon Horse Show doing the weather? And I said, because Adam's like the fun person that everybody wants to bump into in Philadelphia. That's great. And they go, well, we would have liked to have bumped into Adam out at the Devon Horse Show. Adam's like doing one of those have you ever had one of the lemons where they put the candy straw in it? I know Coach has.
No.
Because you love like boardwalks and stuff like that. Coach, have you had the lemon? He was eating a lemon where a candy straw has been stuck into a lemon.
Yeah, it's delicious.
But how much juice do you get out of it?
Well, what they do is not only do they stick the straw in, but then they put some, some sugar water in there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it makes it like a lemonade?
Kind of, yeah.
In a lemon.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, this is good. And then they had Adam doing something at the Devon Horse Show. They came back from commercial, and then Adam had like another 3 or 4 minute segment at the Devon Horse Show.
Adam gets it done. He was down the shore last week. I mean, there's nothing the guy can't do.
We all need Adam's agent. Can we agree? Like, we all need his agent because he's everywhere. And I think we could have Pat, you could be doing that. We have Connor outside in all the bad weather.
Yeah.
It could be Egan at the beach on Fridays.
I'll try some snacks.
Okay, so you'll try
Better Man
snacks,
show.
right? Why aren't we at the Devon Horse Show? I mean, come on.
I can tell you Skylar had a blast. She rode the I didn't realize it was like a carnival, too.
Yeah.
No, I've never been.
It's the Devon Fair, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
It's the Devon Fair
She
with
rode
the
a bunch
horse
of carnival rides. She had a
she
blast.
loved it?
Yeah.
And
I don't need a horse show in my life, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Horses are cool.
No, I like horses. Like, I took Tommy horseback riding yesterday, Sebastian. But
Little Sebastian?
Sebastian ain't little, man.
How big is Sebastian?
Little Sebastian passed away.
Sebastian's 1,200 pounds.
Are you kidding me?
Tommy's like 8 feet, maybe even more up in the air when he's on this horse. I don't know how many hands the horse is. You like that?
Tommy's maneuvering a 1,200-pound horse?
Like a champion.
Really?
I'm not kidding you, the amazement that I have where they place pylons like 4 or 5 feet from each other, and he's maneuvering in and out a 1,200-pound horse.
And how long?
It's incredible.
And how long has he been riding?
A couple years now, maybe year and a half, 2 years.
I'm always amazed at the skill of when I see the young girls on the horses.
Yeah.
When I see the jockeys on the horse, that how smooth.
It's
and how
unbelievable.
fluid it is.
And I go up when he mounts the horse. I go up and he has a guy with him.
Sure.
I cannot every week. I cannot believe the size of this horse. I mean, it's just incredible.
Hey, Bradford White water heaters are here for the pro, and Bradford White brings you the 6 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. So hopefully you had some great hot water this morning. First day that the wife has been woken up by me going to work. First day today. So
that's every day.
My
wife's a light sleeper every morning.
Every morning?
Yeah, she rustles.
Okay,
woke up early. No one cared.
Today's the first one. Well, for her, it's like.
And the girls were a total pain in the ass last night. So
what was wrong?
I don't know. Everybody was just. Yesterday was like a cranky day. I think something was up in the universe. They were both cranky.
I would agree with you. Yesterday was a cranky day.
Yeah.
What did your raising kids app say was wrong? I mean,
I didn't look.
No. Okay.
You'd be amazed how spot on this is.
I'm not saying that jokingly.
I want to know about this. Is
called
that
the Wonder
I've never
Weeks.
Heard, what?
The Wonder Weeks.
Like, Jamie will know a week in advance, like, yeah, Skylar's going to be cranky this week. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Okay,
Goes,
I don't understand.
It's unbelievable. I didn't either. I thought it was a scam. It's called leaps that, new infants take, and they have a leap sometimes it's 4 days, sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it can be as much as like 2 or 3 weeks where they go through different developmental things, and it'll tell you why your kid's being a pain.
Your kid's being cranky because of this.
Because, whatever reason. And it's spot on. It's crazy.
I saw something yesterday where parents are now complaining that they have to go to special classes because their kids get cranky because their bones are growing.
What's that
so
called?
if you don't understand that your kids are cranky because their bones are growing, they now have special classes.
Oh boy.
That you bring mommy and me go to kids test, and they literally massage the kids' legs, massage their arms, and I saw this thing and I went, Betty Kincade wasn't doing that. Betty Kincade would have been like, suck it up, Buttercup, because that was her line. Suck it up.
Never had that problem.
That they're like, and they're like kids. Like I'd say,
it is a wild thought. Your
around
bones
Skylar's
growing.
age, that's the reason that 2 and 3 year olds are really the terrible 2s and 3s because of bone growth. And so now moms go to this thing and they play soothing music, and the kids get their legs massaged.
I actually thought about something similar this weekend and how weird it is. Your skin just grows and grows and grows as you do.
Well, how about hair too?
I wouldn't know, Bob. I wouldn't know. Thanks.
I meant when
Bob,
we were.
you got very Bob going right for the jugular.
Yeah, but I mean that's the weirdest thing to me too. Like
it's all weird.
It's so weird.
And,
the human body.
Well, it's like that
skin just grows and expands.
I like M. Night.
Comes back.
I like M. Night Shyamalan, and I do enjoy some of his work. But I watch one of these movies, and one Friday night, I am just texting to Pat, going, "Okay, this is stupid." Oh wait. There was the movie about the island. What was it called?
Oh,
The Beach.
God.
Was it The Beach?
It wasn't The Beach. It was old.
It was old.
Yeah,
and I'm watching this movie, and everybody starts aging in the course of the movie. So the kids go from being like 6 and 7 and 8 to being
like they come
16,
out of the water, right? And
16, and then they're 22, and then they're 30. And I'm going, but the swimsuits they're wearing keep growing with them.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
The kids go in the same and the swimsuit grows to being bigger and bigger. And I'm like, okay, that is a continuity problem on M. Night Shyamalan's part. I don't want to do I do continuity for TV shows. I'll help them with this. They should have said something like, okay, the little kids' swimsuits rip off them, and they have to, like, put on leaves or put a towel around them or something.
Old?
The same clothing grows on them as they go from being, like,
That's weird.
8 to being 15 to being 30. The same swimsuit. I'm like, come on. Why? The swimsuit doesn't get old. When the swimsuit get old, it rips.
I'm a huge M. Night Shyamalan fan.
So am I. I didn't like that one.
He's a ghostwriter of this show.
Not good.
I didn't realize that. That's great. And I am a huge fan also. But that one that was bothering me, just the eye optics of that. And so what did I get from my wife? Very pragmatic. So a movie about people aging like 50 years in one day, you're worried about the swimsuits. like what? Just enjoy the movie. She's like, you're obsessing on something that's stupid.
If she saw the movie, she would understand.
I agree.
There was nothing enjoyable about it.
No, she likes, what do you call it? What's the one that they all watch? Downton Abbey and
The Crown.
and all that. Oh, yes. She loves that. She loves all that. Oh, Bridgerton. Well, Tom Verica, who samples this show quite often, the director of Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That'll get the women going.
Havertown's own Tom Verica.
The Duke.
He is
provocative.
Well, wait a minute, though. They changed it last year, though, like new
last
crew,
year
right?
was different, yeah.
There's going to be a
It was
new
all
one
about
now.
Anthony.
Well, there you go. And you liked it? Or did you like it when your wife watched it?
You know, I don't know if I'm ready to just...
Girardi Watch.
Oh, man.
2022.
It interrupted you.
Looks like it's just a HelloFresh ad can.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, guys.
There
My
we
mistake.
go. All right, well, with the addition of A.J. Brown, the Eagles' average offense in the NFL is expected to jump. I believe this year, my premise is the good or the great category. Well, this is courtesy of the fantastic Reuben Frank, who I think Reuben comes up. He hates me for whatever reason. I don't know why. But he comes up with amazing stuff, and he's one of my favorite guys to read about the Eagles. The 2021 Eagles offense was good. The Eagles were first in the NFL running the ball. They were the fourth best team on third down. They were second in scoring after halftime, which I never knew. They were trailing a lot, so they got a lot of garbage points, maybe. And they were fifth best in fewest turnovers and sixth best in protecting the quarterback. I'm like, that's good. These are NFL stats. This isn't just NFC.
Yeah, those are impressive.
Now, conversely, the Eagles' offense was also bad. They were 25th passing the ball. They were 17th in first half scoring. They were 14th in first downs per game and 14th in scoring. The 14th number is just mediocre. That's not bad. But with A.J. Brown now in this offense, and I can't think of anything else that maybe unless you're going to go to Pascal and put the stink on it, Jamie, when you say his name.
Pascal.
I think that, to me, I'm expecting this offense to go from sort of some really good stuff to really mediocre stuff where it's sort of average. I'm expecting a good or a great offense this year. And I think anything else should be unacceptable.
What's the first thing you look at to say great offense?
Points scored.
Yeah.
No questions
Yeah,
asked.
that's all I care about. I don't care how it comes.
But the thing is, the points scored category sometimes is skewed because of the fact that the defense scores points.
Not
or
here. They
Not
don't.
here. That's very good, Bob.
No.
That's very good. Bob's stealing a Friday topic from me, which is great. I'd say, no, but I mean, when you're talking about points scored, that also, too, I love time of possession. And to me, that is something that Doug Peterson loved, and it's something that I love. I want to see a really great time of possession because I think if you want Jonathan Gannon's defense to be really impactful and really great, the fresher they are. And if the offense was able to give you a lead and he was able to tee off, Jonathan Gannon, and I have it for tomorrow's show more, but you'd be shocked. They were trailing so often last year. He didn't get to tee off. And a defense, when they go up 10 points, the blitz rate goes up significantly. They get after opposing quarterbacks. He didn't even get to do that last year because they weren't giving him leads. I want them to be playing from the leads and to help out this Eagles defense this year.
Yeah, and if your time of possession is good, and look, this team is built for time of possession. They're a run football team, and when you're running the ball, you take seconds and minutes off of the clock. If they can do that and your defense is resting, Man, you put guys out there that don't have to be out there for 34 minutes a game, a defense that doesn't have to watch an 80-yard drive continuously. If they can get out onto the field and get off the field and then the offense is holding on to the ball, you're talking about fresh legs. And you know how much fun that is to dial up blitzes when your defense is fresh and ready to
it's
go?
Amazing.
And look, he's got some playmakers this year. And that's what we've been looking for, whether it's Hassan Reddick, whoever it may be. Maybe it's Nakobe Dean. You have some playmakers. So, yeah, I'm expecting some of that. I'm expecting some very exciting plays, not just the mundane, let's hold them here, guys,
yes.
but plays by the defense.
But this is all the offense, Jamie. And, I mean, those numbers, when you're 14th in first downs, that's just mediocre.
Yeah.
It's 32. It's not terrible.
No.
It's not great, but I want better than that. I think they should be able to be a top 10 offense. With this skill set, with the skill set that they've assembled.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, A.J. Brown changes a lot. He's going to allow Sirianni, I think, to do more of the playbook he wanted to do last year. He makes Devontae Smith's life easier. He makes Dallas Goedert's life easier. And the running game isn't a problem, as we know, because of that offensive line. So, yeah, I mean, there's really probably not a good excuse for them to not be a top 10 offense. You know, I think the thing that holds them back potentially is what we all don't know about yet, and that's the guy slinging the rock. But you know, this is the perfect year to find out.
They were the fourth best third down team, though, Pat.
That's pretty impressive.
And when you're a good running team, that means you're converting a lot of the third and shorts.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me too much that they were good in the third down.
I was shocked.
They were just running the football, and they had that offensive line. So, but yeah, you figure even if I said it the other day, even if Jalen Hurts comes back, he's the same Jalen Hurts. His weapons have gotten better, so they should be a top 10 defense.
And
offense.
You mentioned the second half numbers.
They were trailing a lot.
Yeah. So do you if you're Nick Sirianni, do you use that and say, wow, was Jalen Hurts this much better in the second half because we changed the style of play because we were playing comeback football? Was it more that the defense was a bend don't break? You know, I think you really have to look into that, into how you're going to get the most out of Jalen Hurts.
I got some really good stuff we're going to talk about tomorrow in the defense, but it's it all works together. But I was shocked by the numbers that Ruben put out there. I in my mind, I said the offense wasn't that good, and there were a lot of bright spots about that offense that I think are sort of being lost over.
Was in there the red zone offense? Because I believe efficiency-wise down there, they were, I think, a top 10 team.
It's at NBC Sports Philadelphia. People can read it.
Yeah.
Ruben's piece.
So there was some bright spots to the offense for sure. And I think the red zone was another one of them. They did pretty well there. They just didn't get there as much as some other teams.
And I'll say it again, we are blessed in this town. We've got some really talented, like Ruben puts something up, I read it every time. Ruben's top 10 after every Eagles game, I read it every time. Like, there's certain things that I'll check out. You were talking about Kempski the other day. Jimmy Kempski finds the most unique ways to discuss mundane topics that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That I've ever seen anybody do. Jason Stark's really good at it. Jason Stark can take something that, to me, is almost would be totally boring if I tried to talk about it, and make it somehow sort of funny and interesting.
Numbers are fascinating. And I think we all, when you're a sports fan, you love numbers. So I had this one given to me yesterday.
Okay.
I'm at that, Tommy's riding the horse, and I'm texting with a buddy, and he said, and we're talking baseball. And he's saying, yeah, the numbers fascinating. Now, this guy that I'm friends with is really into numbers. And he says, every team in baseball does the same thing every year. They either win 62 and they lose 62. He says
it seems that way.
It's the other 38 games you got to watch out for. That's where it determines the season. And I never thought of all the numbers in baseball, you think of that. I mean, it's rare that a team wins more than 100, and it's rare that a team loses more than 100. So every year, pretty much every team wins and loses 62 games. So that takes you to 124. It's the other 38 games that really make or break your season. And it put my brain in a pretzel.
And that's why, too, if you say to yourself that a manager affects 6 or 7 outcomes a year,
it's pretty big.
It's huge. When look, I mean, who's the best team this year? Yankees, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay, Yankees. Yankees are going to lose.
It's one of those New York teams.
Yankees are going to lose. Yankees or Mets will probably lose 60.
Oh, no, quite. Yeah, probably.
They'll probably lose 60.
Yeah.
They might win 102.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about that, if they know they're going to lose 60 and 6 or 7 of those games are affected by the manager, it's really, really important.
The Mets had the best Best record in baseball, right? Most wins in baseball right now.
And Mets fans are getting chesty.
And by the way, oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You can tell. How do you know it's June?
Yeah. I said it's Memorial Day, guys. This is adorable.
And I will say that it will be that if that is the World Series, America will not care. And it's been proven before. The worst-rated World Series of this century is the Yankees-Mets World Series, the Subway Series. Nobody cared. Much like the Progressive commercial. Nobody cared. People didn't watch. They didn't want to see Yankees-Mets because people don't like New Yorkers.
Yeah. No one cares.
The rest of the country doesn't find New York as fascinating as New York finds itself.
Yeah.
And that goes for us, too. I mean, it's just that like everyone finds their own area more fascinating, but everybody's like, oh, a Subway Series, it'll be riveting. Yeah, not to the rest of the
I think
country.
if the Sixers ever make an NBA Finals, the ratings will be great.
Just because you people hate
because
watching?
They hate us.
Yeah. Hey, the finals begin tonight, too. We'll talk about it coming up. Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, the boat on the bay. When you're down the shore, you use that BetParks app. Download it today at betparks.com. You got to be 21 and in New Jersey. You can use it. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. We got a lot coming your way. But some interesting thoughts about how the United States is defined. And I'm going to quiz the guys, and you can play along in your car. And how well do you know this country and the people in it? We'll get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I want to tell you now, the John Kincade Show golf tour is in full swing, and I've got a great opportunity for you to win a fantastic prize. We're talking about some of our favorite golf courses because Montgomery County is not only a mecca for the Lynches, it's for golf because they've got 50 of the most beautiful and challenging public golf courses and private clubs you could ever imagine. And this week's featured course is Lulu Country Club. Lulu's private course nestled in the southern Montgomery County suburbs, just 20 minutes from Philly.
Love Lulu.
Well, we're going to get out there and play it. They've invited us out. During the pandemic, they started the Lulu Country Club Family Foundation that proudly supports Upler Dublin Township first responders, food pantries, and other local nonprofits. Lulu Country Club also has a new state-of-the-art clubhouse, complete with golf simulators, an indoor-outdoor dining area. You want to learn more about Lulu Country Club? Visit our golf tour page. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. Plus, while you're there, qualify to win great prizes every week, like a custom-fit PXG driver from the new PXG store in King of Prussia. It is awesome. It's the John Kincade Show Golf Tour, presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design. Trying to buy things right now is crazy. It's either unavailable or it'll take months. It's twice as much or the interest rate is double. They call it volatility, and it's everywhere. Not at New Look. We make roofing easy, and we always do it the same way. A same-day estimate, detailed measure report, 3D rendering of your home, plus line-by-line pricing so you know exactly what you're paying for. And most roofs can be installed within a week. While interest rates in the world go up, New Look holds strong at 0%. And right now, save 50% on all roofing materials. 0% plus 50% off, plus a 1-week install. While you have to think about everything else that you do, you don't have to think about where to get a new roof. Call 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com. It's the same way, the easy way.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool. You can still be slimmer for this summer, since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds with NJ Diet. Their program uses hair, saliva, and bioenergetic scans to personalize natural formulas and supplements to help you lose the weight. Their DNA info is used to help you keep it off. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or visit NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com.
Looking for a place to hang out this summer? Check out Sharky's Grill and Ale House on State Road in Northeast Philly. Sharky's is a great family-friendly spot with delicious seafood and a wide variety of entertainment throughout the week. Don't miss their Feel Good Fridays on their deck featuring 450 bottles and 350 drafts of Corona, Corona Light, Corona Premier, and Modelo. Sharky's on State Road in Philadelphia. For more info, visit sharkiesgrill.com. Follow them on Facebook at Sharky's Grill and Ale House.
At Boost Mobile, you get the power of the iPhone SE when you switch, which means the power to stream your favorite shows, download all the music, the power to FaceTime your ex.
It's over. Stop calling me.
On second thought, don't call your ex. Switch now and get an iPhone SE for $0, all on one of America's largest 5G networks. More power to save. Boost Mobile. Free phone limited to new customers and one per line, excluding tax. Additional restrictions apply. 5G not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com for details. And stop calling your ex. She doesn't want to hear from you anymore.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water can take, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, double black diamonds, lap swims, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at moen.com.
Ever heard the grass is always greener on the other side? If you're in a dead-end job, you want greener grass. Well, My Computer Career can help. Start a new life as an IT pro in months, not years. My Computer Career offers lifetime career services to help you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Take the free career evaluation and schedule a campus tour today. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, I'm Ariana. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Southwest salad is when I take a bite, it's like, wow. I'm getting a punch from the roasted corn. I'm getting a kick from the spicy chicken. It's just great.
Hi, this is Tori. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the avocado lime dressing. It adds to the chicken, the bacon, and the roasted corn. It takes the salad to a whole nother level.
Order a salad for delivery on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
What a catch! Are you kidding?
I know, right?
No payments until fall at Stars and Stripes Harley on any new Harley this week only.
Wait, what?
Stars and Stripes Harley has the largest Harley inventory in Pennsylvania and truckloads delivering each week. Stars and Stripes Harley has secured no payments until fall. Finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Annual percentage rates such as 1.99% and no payments till fall on any new Harley at Stars and Stripes Harley now through Sunday.
Thanks for 120 days with approved credit.
Celebrate the beginning of summer at Gloucester County's Summer Kickoff event on Saturday, June 11th at James G. Atkinson Park in Sewell, New Jersey from 11 to 5. Support Gloucester County small businesses, crafters, and artists. Enjoy a local craft beer tasting in partnership with Visit South Jersey. Stop by the Fanatic tent for Beers with Bob between 12 and 2 and check out live music from classic rock cover band Stranger Than Normal beginning at 1:30. There's something for everyone. For more info, visit gloucestercountynj.gov.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, official sports betting partner of the NBA Finals, is celebrating 75 years of the NBA. All customers get a championship referral bonus. Give and get $150 in-site credit, $75 on Sportsbook, and $75 on FanDuel Casino. Invite friends to join America's #1 sportsbook and online casino. I'm inviting my friends from the Sportsbook and Casino apps. Here's what they do. They sign up with my referral link. When they make at least $10 on Sportsbook, we each get $75 in credit. When they make a bet of at least $10 on FanDuel Casino, we both get $75 in casino credit. Offer ends June 2nd. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, then sign up with promo code Bob to get free bets after your first bet. Use promo code Bob, invite friends, and get a $150 referral bonus. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Referred players must wager $10 plus within 28 days after signing up. Limit 10 referrals. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires after 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No, your radio's not broken. We sound like this on purpose.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. And when you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Go to Wendy's. Grab a Dave's Double. Taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef is available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Boom.
Now that I know the word, I can say it. I did not know the word before.
It throws me off.
Contiguous. Again, I can't believe that there's a word that you haven't, like that I've
never wrote that word in my life.
Never heard it, never wrote it, but Coach knew it.
He can't even read. Today, Junior?
Coach is smarter than he gives off sometimes.
Nah, the copy was sent to me.
But you did you look up the word, or did you know the word when you read it?
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Okay,
Coach
I've never.
knows stuff.
I've only heard it from like food advertisements.
Yeah.
You've heard it from food advertising.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever hearing it before.
Yeah, you'll hear it like at the end of commercials sometimes now that you know it.
Okay, you watched Mahomes, Barkley,
Josh Allen.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Brady,
A-Rod.
Well, really, it's Josh Allen, Mahomes, Brady, and Rodgers playing golf.
Right.
Who would you most want to play golf with after watching those four play golf? I have mine.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick, eh?
Mahomes was cool, and he was trying to do a beer hole at the beginning, which J.J. Redick was
my kind of guy.
Yeah, which was kind of cool. I kind of the exact opposite of yours.
Really?
Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
He was just cool. He was just quiet. He didn't need to, when he was told stuff. But he was also, you could tell, he was very into the golf, and
He's
I
very
like that.
particular about golf etiquette.
Yeah, like Brady made a read one time. It was late in the match. Brady made a read, and he goes, I'm thinking about 2 cups outside right. And he's like, no, not at all. I don't see that at all. And it was cool. He's like, it's a cup left. And Brady's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, trust me, it's a cup left. But he was cool about it, and it wasn't over. And sure enough, it was a cup left. He was exactly right.
I think it would be much tighter playing golf with Aaron Rodgers than playing golf with Tom Brady.
Yeah, he probably takes it more seriously.
Because he's better.
He's pretty good.
Rodgers pretty good.
Yeah, he is pretty good. They were all hitting missiles out there.
Yeah, they're hitting the missiles. It was that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's probably fun to play in.
Okay, have you made your Philly foursome? Philly sports foursome right now.
Current players.
Or you can have anybody.
Anybody?
Players, broadcasters, whatever you want.
I think Kelsey would be fun as hell to have in a foursome.
Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely.
I'd throw Barkley in there.
Yeah, Barkley.
Oh gosh, yes.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat, would you want to go, or would you just ride around the cart? You really would want to play? You'd want to play?
Yeah.
If you have anybody you want to put on that?
It's not allergy
You have
season.
anybody you want to put on? You have anybody you want to put in your foursome?
J-Roll.
See, that's a great one.
That would be good, too.
Yeah. Talks a lot.
Like Jimmy Rollins would be a hell of a lot more fun than Chase Utley.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hell of a lot more
Jimmy's the coolest dude. He might be the coolest Philly ever.
He does have cool.
Yeah.
quality.
Victorino, I think, would be cool, too.
Now, the weird thing is you like it's weird.
He's a big golfer, I believe.
It's how people, and he could take you out in Hawaii, is how Bob and you just look at things differently. Nothing about Aaron Rodgers says cool to me.
Yeah.
Nothing about him.
Not cool?
No, nothing. His ability to be a great football player is cool, but nothing about him, the guy. He's not a cool guy to me. To me, he seems uptight. Like he's not cool. Like I think
he's
Jimmy
laid
Rollins,
back and
Jimmy
doesn't
Rollins
have to,
cool.
Yeah, he was kind of annoying last night. I was like, "Come on, dude, show a little more personality." But I don't mind that. I kind of like the laid back dude, and yeah, it was, and he was into it. So yeah, I think I would take him out of those.
My buddy texted me last night, 5-star play, take Rodgers and Brady first hole to win.
Oh,
and I meant to.
They were betting it?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah. The betting was crazy.
No, you betting it.
I would have. I missed the text because I was putting the girls down, and of course they won the first hole.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had a listener send me a thing from Parent Influence. Tom is a teacher
You say, Tom?
Tom is a 23-year educator in the Philadelphia public school system, and he says that he finds this very entertaining every day, but he can't wait to take a little bit of a break from the show.
Well, because summer's coming.
And that's what he said.
Believe me, I can't wait for summer either,
He
Tom.
said, I will check. He goes, I promise you, I will still check you out on YouTube and everything, and he says, you are very popular in our schools. He didn't want to give me the school to say on the air. He said, but you're very popular in the school's teacher's lounge. A lot of the guys,
nice.
They listen to the show. He sent me a thing that he thought would be fascinating. How maps portray the United States in what is like most popular by state. Like they have the most popular TV show for each state. Do you know the most popular TV show in the state of Pennsylvania?
Blue Bloods.
The Office.
The Office. Jamie, what about New Jersey?
Blue Bloods.
Sopranos.
Bob Cooney. That's excellent. I mean, that like to me, that is absolutely exceptional that you got both of those. I think that's great. So
I was going to guess Sopranos, but then I thought it was too obvious, so I didn't say anything.
So but I think that is a
New Jersey, you know.
It's a wonder. I think it's a wonderful way.
What exit are you from? You like my jug handle?
You don't like.
How was your weekend? Good.
You
it was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
Yeah. Some
Jersey Shore, huh?
Coastal
Okay.
town. Yeah.
You went and you visited it. Like, do you know?
Get in, get out.
Do you know the where parents are if you were to say where Pennsylvania parents are on the strict to lenient, they did a survey of 50 states. Where do you think Pennsylvania parents land on the lenient? And where do New Jersey parents land on the lenient scale? That considered lenient parents. Pennsylvania and Jersey. 1 being the strictest, 50 being the most lenient.
I'll say Pennsylvania's ahead of New Jersey.
Correct.
Because you have the Amish, let's not forget.
That is correct.
That's good. A good calculation.
Smart there.
I would say Pennsylvania is 14th.
I'll go even higher. I'll say they're 11th.
In the strictest?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys usually are great at this. Way off.
27th.
29th. New Jersey, 33rd. And so...
That wasn't how I grew up.
Where do you think some of the most lenient parents come from?
California.
Yes.
Yeah.
And where do you think... give me another state.
Florida.
Florida was 42nd.
Wow.
New York.
New York, really?
Yeah. New York, 43rd. But California, the most lenient parents. But it's he sends this thing and he goes, it's something that helps you learn in school. The likelihood of 50 states that parents say they do homework along with their under high school student. That they sit, like they help their children do their homework on a nightly basis. For under high school age students, which they consider to be 9th grade, where do you think Pennsylvania and New Jersey fit?
What is it? Percentage of parents?
1 being the most likely to help their kids with their homework, 50th being the least likely.
I'll say New Jersey's ahead in that category.
I would disagree.
Yeah. I'll say New Jersey's 25th and Pennsylvania's 32nd.
New Jersey's 15th.
See, we're with our kids. We spend quality time.
Pennsylvania is 19th.
Okay.
So still top 20 states doing with their kids.
I have a fear of that.
That's just
that my stupidity will be exposed to my Jamie, 3rd grader.
The math. The way do you see it? You're going to be done math in 4th or 5th grade. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Because they now do this crappy system of math.
I heard everything's changed.
Thankfully, when Olivia got to 7th grade, her high school, which she started in 7th grade, they don't do the new age math. They literally do math the way you learned it.
Okay.
Because you lost.
You're fine on this, James, and Pat, you too. Don't have any anxiety about your kid being too smart for you to help, because when it gets to be too hard for you, they don't like you anymore anyway, so they don't want you helping them.
Okay, cool.
So it's your easy out. Right. Trust me on that.
There you go.
It happened 4 times to
the
me.
last one, states with liars in it. The greatest amount of people that the people surveyed say that they lie on a frequent basis, Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
We're all tied.
Jersey's like 2nd in the country in line. Bunch of liars over there.
Now remember, this is people.
That's a lie right there.
This is people admitting. This is people admitting that they lie on
Are
a
they
frequent
under oath?
basis. You say?
All right, I'll let you guess this.
I say they're both top 10. I'll go Pennsylvania 8, Jersey 9.
They're both.
I think Pennsylvania is way ahead of Jersey.
Pennsylvania's
more people.
Way ahead of Jersey.
Is there more
way
people?
ahead of Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's much more.
Really?
Pennsylvania's
pretty packed in.
Pennsylvania's 13, and New Jersey is 19.
Okay.
By the way, the least lying state?
Vermont.
California.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Which just tells me all I need to know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's all I need
I'm
to
sure
know.
the Jenners and the Kardashians just look like that without surgery.
Oh my God, my daughter is obsessed with that now.
Oh, no.
So
That's
she was home in bed. She had the COVID, and she got stuck on watching
Kardashians.
Oh my God, from season 1, episode 1 up until every time I passed the TV, I was like, "Would you turn this crap off?"
Oh my gosh, they're ruthless.
Ugh.
They're ruthless. They can suck you on in there. Hey, with the NBA Finals beginning tonight, the last 2 Eastern Conference champions, just a little note, took only 1 season each to do their version of the process. Celtics fans were asked to suffer through just one 25-win season. Bucks fans had to endure just one 15-win season. And the Celtics and Bucks built teams that could compete to or win an NBA championship. And it is just another example amongst a million examples that you don't have to lose on purpose for extended periods of years to be able to compete or to be able to win championships in the NBA, which is the greatest myth that continues to be told about the idea of why they needed to do a process. That's it. Again, Celtics fans, 1 year, 125-win season.
They're
all they had to sit
a
through.
great-run organization. The Sixers are not.
The Bucks, a one year, sit through a 15-win season and then get back.
Nobody said the
And right back
process
in
was
it.
the only way. It was the chosen way.
Well, it was, again, though.
I mean, think about how much they've screwed up, and they're still competitive. Like, they've screwed up 14, 15 different things throughout the course of these past 7 years, and they're still the hanging. So, I mean, that tells
But
you.
they're not accomplishing anything.
Well, that's, yeah. I'm
I mean,
aware.
that's the thing, is that
I've been through the ringer.
They're hanging, but they're hanging in the exact same spot where they were before purgatory. They're in nothing. They're not.
But that's
they're
not the fault of the process.
Yeah, it's that you don't have to. It's the myth of all you have to do is just be bad a short period of time, and you can turn things around in the NBA.
You should be able to.
Toronto, Boston, Milwaukee. We're seeing it over and over again. Yeah, but examples in the Eastern Conference.
The amount of assets that they hadn't squandered, they should be a dynasty. Like
they should be.
The
You're
idea
right.
of the process is sound. The exexecution was horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. You had 2 number 1 overall draft picks fail, and they're hanging on by a thread to be in the league at one point after you drafted
And a
them.
number 3.
Yep.
And then the
Okafor.
number 3 who fell in your lap only because
No, I
you
meant
got
Okafor. Or was he 2?
Okafor. I'm sorry. No, he was
Okafor
3.
was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the number 3. And the only reason you got the best thing about this whole process was because he got hurt before the
Amazing.
draft.
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible with innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. In the linchpin, the Sixers have a first-round pick, and Jamie has some ideas.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah,
ideas.
Curious where everybody falls on this. So yesterday, the Nets deferred the first-round pick that was a part of the Harden-Simmons package to next year. So the Sixers now have a first-round pick this year, which roughly, off the top of my head, I didn't look it up, will fall in around 22, 23.
Yeah.
Right around there, right where you were kind of with Maxey, because that's where you just end up losing in the second round every year, and that's how that works. So they now have a first-round pick. They technically cannot trade the pick prior to the draft because of the rule in the NBA that you can't trade consecutive first-round picks.
But you may trade it, as you say.
But you can trade it on draft night if you have an agreement in place with another team and draft the player they want. It's kind of the loophole of that rule, which is fairly common in the NBA. It happens a decent amount.
Frequently, yeah.
I would say even Mikal Bridges and Zaire Smith was pretty much handshake agreed to at the time. So it's common. Now the question is, do you want to get another youth player in your system, like draft just a wing athlete that can actually dribble and shoot a basketball? It's a wild thought, and stash him. Or would you want to package the pick, a.k.a. the player that the other team wants, with a Matisse Thybulle or whatever, to get another veteran player that Doc would actually play. Because we've learned now that the youth Doc doesn't want to play or develop. He's not here for that. He's here to try and win a championship. So, right or wrong, that's what it is. Would you rather package it for a veteran that'll actually play, or would you rather take your chance at a guy at 22, 23 that you can believe can actually develop? Because there is a decent amount of youth on this team. I don't know if any of them will translate to much, but you do have probably about 6 guys on the roster that are 24 and younger.
Am I assuming, is your assumption with this, that they are locking down James Harden for multiple years before next year, or he's playing his 1 year out?
I would assume it's
that changes my thought process.
I would assume it's a multiple year deal.
Okay, then
I think that
youth.
Chris Paul deal.
Then I want youth.
Okay.
I don't want to trade for another veteran,
knowing that he won't contribute to the team now in the championship window.
Well, I don't believe that. I mean,
in my view, you got to win one.
A guy drafted in the 20s can't contribute in the championship window of 2 or 3 years.
Maybe at that third year, but probably not the first year or two.
Well, maybe not the first year, but I mean, I don't want to end up with because literally an old team.
No, I would go with the known commodity, especially knowing that, like you said, Jamie, the time frame is short.
2 or 3 years. I mean, you got to try and get one.
I think I would go for the known commodity. Try to get some kind of an athlete that you've seen play in the NBA that like I said, is a known commodity.
Give me a name, Bob. When you say this, give me the type of name that you see. It doesn't even have to be a proper position or something. The level of player that you think that could do if you traded a Thybulle and maybe a pick from draft night that you think you could return. It doesn't
not
have to be
specifically, but like a Wesley Matthews type, a guy that you can trust scoring, a guy that can beat people off the dribble.
So it doesn't have to be a guy 28, 29.
Yeah, I was thinking of years past, like a Trevor Ariza on the Rockets, something like that.
All right, I'm more
that
into
level.
that.
Like Matisse and that pick could probably get you somebody that'll contribute in your top 7, I would think.
By the way, you were being monitored yesterday in Atlanta, and people's ears perked up about the John Collins thing you brought up.
I think that's an interesting name.
John Collins is very much available.
Yeah, that's an interesting name.
He's very much available if the right deal comes down.
He's got a little bit of dog in him. He can hit the boards, and that team needed rebounding bad last year.
Remember his T-shirt that they still sell with him?
I forget.
Posterizing Joel Embiid.
Oh, well.
They still sell that.
That sucked.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just one that I think could work.
John Collins would interest me a lot.
If they could get, like, there's this kid from Duke that I like, Wendell Moore, who's projected in the 20s. A guy who gets out on fast breaks. He's a 3-and-D guy. He can hit threes. Is a smart basketball player. Like, if you got a guy in here like that, an athletic young guy that's smart enough to know a system and be able to contribute, then I'd look heavily at that. But Doc Rivers has to
commit to playing
him. Yeah, and that's not something he's done a lot.
Darrell and Elton got to sit down with Doc and be like, all right, here's our 2 options. We trade it and get a vet, or we're going to get, potentially somebody we like at 21, 22. If we do that, you need to play him because you're seeing guys like Robert Williams as second. Is he only second year in the league? Maybe third at most.
I believe he's second.
Second?
They're contributing to these runs. Like, you can get a guy there. But I fear with Doc, I'd rather get the known commodity just so I know he's going to contribute. I go back and forth on it. Since last night when
that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's one of their chips outside of Tobias.
And Bob swayed my opinion on that.
Oh, Robert Williams is 4th year. My bad.
Bob swayed my. I guess 3rd.
Yeah.
Bob swayed my opinion on that.
Well, part of it also has to do, like, your thought is good. Yeah, I'd like to get youth in here, sure.
Yeah.
But if you have a coach that isn't committed to playing them, well, then you got to play the hand that the coach is dealing you, and that's by getting a known commodity.
And you already have Jaden Springer, Isaiah Joe, Charles Bassey, Paul Reed, the kid from some St. Joe's, Brown. Like, there's
Charlie.
Yeah, you got 5 or 6 guys already that are your developmental, long shots. It's like, do we need another one?
I think I want less long shots.
Yeah, I hear you. But that might be the known commodity. I don't know.
Who
knows?
Go. That's interesting, though. I like that, though. I like the thought process of...
Yeah, Matisse and that could get you a little something.
Yeah.
I can't believe how quickly, though,
I'm done with it.
Many of us have all turned on Matisse.
Sorry, Connor.
And I think he did it. It's not the fan base being unreasonable. It's not. He did it.
He regressed.
Yeah, I still
don't understand it.
I don't either.
And I don't know. I still think there's a story there. I could be wrong, but it was odd to me last year that the joyousness early in the season before the whole pandemic shot booster stuff came along, that he just didn't look right to me. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if there is a story there, but I thought it was pretty noticeable early in the season.
Yeah, it certainly was. And we'll keep an eye on the Sixers off season. And here on their flagship station, 97.5 The Fanatic. Remember, you can get one same-day ride and water park ticket to Maury's Piers for just $70. If you go the day of, you're going to pay $120. The ticket grants you access to unlimited rides on all 3 piers and both water parks. It'll be great for your whole family. So check it out now at 975thefanatic.com. Keyword deal, and get your tickets before they're gone. Supplies will be limited. Once they're done, they're done. So get on in now and try to grab them for yourself. How much does battling through injuries matter, and how important will that be for your Sixers next year? We'll talk about that coming up and more on the Eagles as they continue with their OTAs. It's John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I love the fact that the American Association for Cancer Research is once again partnered with us as the official charity partner of the show. As a 2-time cancer survivor, and I say it all the time, people like you save lives every day. And if you don't realize it, even a small donation, large donation, medium size, it doesn't matter. It adds up to almost 17 million Americans like me surviving cancer, because you're supporting the work of over 50,000 researchers worldwide that help drive progress towards a cure. Every single day, someone has a better chance to survive cancer because of your kindness, your support. You are directly supporting the scientists and doctors who will discover the next breakthrough. And the AACR based right here in Philadelphia. So we are right at the epicenter of making a difference. And it's going to be for your family, for your friends, maybe even for you. When you donate to the AACR, you're doing a good thing. Do it with us. Go to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic, because cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
At T-Mobile, we believe customers should get more. And with Magenta Max, our most popular plan ever, that's exactly what you get. On Max, you get more premium data than our standard plans. That's right, unlimited premium data, so you can stay connected to what matters most. And now, with Magenta Max, you get even more savings than before. Families on Max can get 5G home internet for just $30 a month. You heard right, just $30 for reliable 5G home internet. That means Max customers save $20 a month. And you get all this on the network with more 5G bars in more places than anyone else. At T-Mobile, you get more with Magenta Max. More premium data and more savings on 5G home internet. Head to your local T-Mobile store and make the switch today.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Capable device required. 5G home internet availability limited. 4G options also available. Qualified accounts include regulatory fees and price. $5 more a month without autopay. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Yo, it's Cuz. Hit it out of the park with new countertops from Colonial Marble and Granite, with an amazing lineup of stone and quartz countertops at unbeatable prices, like a new fully installed quartz marble or granite countertop, just $19.99, along with zero money down, 0% financing for up to 18 months. Visit their King of Prussia or Philly showroom or online, colonialmarble.net.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. The Ford F-150. The only truck with an available class-exclusive Pro Power onboard generator. The only one with an available work surface in the front and the back. And the only one that is part of the F-Series lineup that has been the best-selling pickups for 45 straight years. Now you can get special incentives when you build to order a new F-150. Inventory is arriving daily, so hurry in for best selection. Get to your local Ford store today.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? Quality oil like Mobil 1 Full Synthetic can help you get more out of every mile. Got an older vehicle? Try Mobil 1 Full Synthetic High Mileage. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP extended life oil filter for only $37.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,000 stores or on Autozone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You and your phone have been through a lot this past year. It's been your lifeline to the world. And now some big wireless company is telling you got to buy a new phone from them and sign their contract? They don't control you. With TracFone Wireless, you can keep the phone, number, and network you already have. Already got a 5G phone? Keep that too. Because TracFone runs on America's best networks now with 5G nationwide. Plus, we've got unlimited talk and text smartphone plans starting at just $20. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. 5G nationwide access requires a 5G capable device. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
At Boost Mobile, you get the power of the iPhone SE when you switch, which means the power to stream your favorite shows, download all the music, the power to FaceTime your ex.
It's over. Stop calling me.
On second thought, don't call your ex. Switch now and get an iPhone SE for $0, all on one of America's largest 5G networks. More power to save. Boost Mobile. Free phone limited to new customers and 1 per line, excluding tax. Additional restrictions apply. 5G not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com for details. And stop calling your ex. She doesn't want to hear from you anymore.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad. And you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Brian.
Whatever it takes.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Enjoy Wildwood's summer fun at Maury's Piers with the Fanatics Deal of the Week. One same-day ride and water park combo ticket for just $70. That's a savings of $200 on a family 4-pack. You'll get unlimited rides on all 3 piers: Surfside Amusement Pier, Mariners Amusement Pier, and Adventure Amusement Pier. And both big water parks, Ocean Oasis Water Park and Beach Club and Raging Waters Water Park. Those 6 beach blocks of fun for $70 is only available now through Sunday or while supplies last at 97.5thefanatic.com, keyword deal. This is how we summer.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the Square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy Square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Are you a foxhole guy for the John Kincade Show? Then prove it. Tap the 97.5 The Fanatic app all morning long, before and after your commute.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
If Jamie Lynch can tell me who sings this song, it's worth $1. And don't tell him in his ear.
I feel like I should definitely know this.
You're talking in your sleep.
I know the song.
Yes. The Romantics. Are you romantic, Pat?
Butthole Surfers. No.
There you go. 7 a.m. The 7 a.m. hour is brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app.
That's a band, Bob.
Sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Meat Puppet.
No, it's not what that is.
Is that a band, too?
Yeah,
it
is.
is.
Sure. Is that a band also?
Yeah.
Well, I see a game in this.
You know what I think is the low-key funniest band name ever? And I'm not a huge fan of them by any means. Third Eye Blind. You just got to think about it.
Yeah. You really didn't have to think about it.
It took me a while. It didn't dawn on me at first.
I wish you would step back from this topic, my friend.
Yeah, let's do that. What much was made last year of how the Sixers would have gotten further if Joel Embiid hadn't been injured? I took time yesterday to read coverage of other NBA players after watching a NBA Today on ESPN, where they talked about other players in the NBA that are going through injuries. Like Luka Doncic was involved with over 30 hours of therapy and rehab just to be able to play in their second-round series. He was spending 5-6 hours a day in therapy to be able to find himself to be able to play. Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry had to sleep he was sleeping on a recliner. Now, Bob said he's done this for his back. Kyle Lowry was sleeping on a special recliner and was undergoing 3 to 4 hours of therapy a day just to be able to attempt to play. They all suffered injuries or came into the playoffs injured like Luka Doncic did. And they all battled through and found ways to help their teams advance. So I'm asking, in all honesty, is it unfair to hope that Joel Embiid learns how to do the same as these other guys? To play through. I mean, when they were showing what Luka Doncic did to be able to play, it's incredible what he was going through. He's doing 30 hours of therapy in a week.
Yeah.
To try to be able to compete. And then he came in and he competed at a high level and helped his team advance.
No, I don't think it's unfair at all.
I mean, but do you see it because it's different injuries, different positions?
I mean, I've always said Embiid doesn't wear injuries well. He just doesn't. And for a guy that's injured all the time, that's a hard predicament.
Well, like Smart and Tatum and these all these other things that
Jimmy
guys
Butler.
have gone through. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jimmy Butler might need. It looks like surgery.
Yeah.
Look at. Remember the text conversation we had before Game 6 when I saw him walking in the building. I went, "Oh, they lose by 30 tonight." Like there is an energy, there's an attitude, there's an aura, whatever the hell you want to call it. When you wear an injury like that, it affects everybody.
I do wonder how much of it is like in his mind. Here we go again.
Probably a lot.
I imagine there's got to be a huge amount of frustration, right?
Yeah, it's not like I don't think if this was his first or second year, he would have this attitude about him. But it's the fact that he missed his first and second year with an injury, and then he had another injury, and then he had another, and it's like
they're all different injuries.
Something, yeah.
You know who doesn't care about that though? Tyrese Maxey. You know who doesn't care about that? His teammates. They're counting on him.
Disagree.
They're counting on him to get outside yourself.
No, I think they do care because you see that it seems they follow his suit.
No. What I'm saying is they don't care. They're like, dude, get over it. We need to win now. We're all ready to win now. Come on, get over it. When I saw the Luka stuff, I didn't realize how injured he was.
Yeah, I've seen players come into a locker room morning of a game, day before a game, that you just look and you said, how are you even walking around town? How are you walking to your car? And then the next night they'll throw in 32 minutes or something like that.
Like Jimmy Butler.
John Runyon, we used to do he used to be on Daily News Live with us every Wednesday. And I remember, and I was on often with him, I remember him coming in studio and having to stand up during the commercial breaks because he had an injury where it was just so painful for him to sit. And there he is. He didn't miss a game. That guy never missed a game.
So did he stand during the show? Or did
he sat during the show. He had I guess it's his coccyx. Is that what it's called back
coccyx.
there? He had something going on really bad.
Oh, my gosh.
And, I mean, watching him try to sit down, I was like, dude, I mean, here's a guy 6'8", at the time, 320 or whatever, and I felt like I had to help him sit down because it was so painful for him. But come Sunday, boom, that guy was out there, and you could not tell a thing. And the key thing about that was, although he couldn't do it, he didn't say anything about it. I was like, dude, you all right, man? He's like, yeah. Like in his mind, he's just going to get through it. And much to your point here with Joel Embiid, can he do that?
And hopefully he will, because it was it just was eye-opening to see what NBA players are doing to be able to get out there and play. And some of them they don't talk about it. Jimmy Butler was really not wanting to talk about it at all.
Because you're giving your opponent something to pick and pry at.
And if Jimmy Butler undergoes surgery, honestly, if he goes under knee surgery, which is very much rumored, I never want to hear again about, well, Joel's banged up in the play. I don't want to hear about it again. Because if he's out there playing on a knee that has to be surgically repaired, and he's literally limping all around the facility or off days, but he's putting his way through it, I don't want to hear about it ever again.
Yeah, but Joel Embiid had surgery.
No, but I don't want to hear about it. But Jimmy Butler refuses to hear about it. Don't want to talk about injury. Don't want to talk about being banged up.
And he's also the hardest worker in the world, and he'll tell you all about it.
I understand.
Yeah, Jimmy likes to control his narrative.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't giving a narrative on this. He was being very tight-lipped.
Everybody knew he was hurt.
His teammates were talking about him being hurt, and he wouldn't. And he was trying not to address it.
Let's give him a freaking medal. Like, that's part of the Jimmy Butler where I'm just like, all right, dude, you're tougher than everybody else. You're the hardest worker. That's great. Like, who cares? Watching the games, I could tell he was hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't realize how much, though. I didn't realize he was on a...
I think these guys are all beat to hell by the end of the season.
I'll tell you and this is going to sound really weird. Look at a veteran NBA player's feet. When they're in the locker room and they don't have shoes or socks on, man, it is unbelievable. Thaddeus Young one time was at his locker, and I just looked at him like, Thad, how do you walk on those things? He's like, yeah, it ain't easy sometimes. I mean, just mangled to death. Because just think of the amount of running and stopping and jumping and landing, everything that you do. Yeah.
Hey, if you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double. Taste the hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. All that feet talk's got me hungry. Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan just sent me a little text. He said that all that feet talk.
I found myself moving my chair further away from you.
I got a little uncomfortable.
The feet.
I know we skewed away from sports a little bit, but this is a topic I don't think I want to go down.
That's why Shaq tips $100 to whoever does his pedicure.
Because they're
$100
nasty.
tip. Oh, his feet look like something from Jurassic Park. They are awful. And the toenails and everything just... Oh.
I know Larry Fitzgerald, he would lose...
Toenails.
Every year, right?
Toe, his big toe, his toenail, every single year.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And blast his radio when he's in the shower.
Well, I mean, when you've got...
In a hotel.
When you've got the Romantics, you need to play
exactly.
that song.
You got to blast it, so... how bad has it been the last 3 seasons for the Phillies bullpen? These numbers may not shock you, but they did shock me. Going into last night's game, if you take 2020, 2021, and now the 2022 season in partial, they had a 5.01 ERA, bullpen ERA, and a league-leading 51 blown saves. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem I've got with it. So, if you take two seasons and a third, 2 seasons and a quarter, they're over a 5 ERA for their bullpen. Worst in baseball.
Yeah.
League-leading 51 blown saves, the worst. But here's what I'm looking at. They invested in the bullpen every year. 20, 21, and 22. They spent money to improve the bullpen, and they've done nothing to improve it.
Well, who were the closers those 3 years?
Well, the Yankee, David Robertson was the one, right?
His elbow blew out.
Now, was that 19 or 20 that they...
Oh, I think that was
earlier,
or was
19,
that earlier? But he was
there in
for about 12 minutes because his arm fell off.
And then him and Neris were... So Neris was the constant.
Hector.
And then, yikes. I mean, Corey Knable.
But I mean, they honestly, they've spent money. I believe in the last 2 years they spent $22 million to fix it.
Well, they're spending the wrong money.
I mean, but it really does speak to the whole idea. It gets back to that whole idea of Jamie's like, spend, and I get it. But it is what I think, Jamie, you should have added to your thing is spend correctly.
Well, yeah. I thought that went without saying. Yeah. I mean,
wait a minute. Okay.
They don't have anybody in the system where I'm like Brogdon at one point, I was like, ooh, maybe.
Addie's walking into Home Goods.
Ooh, maybe.
Do you say to her, spend, or do you say spend wisely?
Spend the right money.
Spend the right money.
None of the BS.
Sure, and that's a problem. Is their scouting department so bad that they are spending, but they're not spending wisely because their scouting is so poor.
Do you know the Phillies have spent over the 2.25 seasons, Pat? Top 8 in Major League Baseball spending on their bullpen.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me either that it hasn't been as successful as we might think. I mean, the established relievers are going to go for a lot of money. They were going for veteran relievers that were towards the end of their career. But the bullpen, it's tricky. Like, 1 year a guy will be lights out. The next year he'll suck. The next year he'll be great. You know, like when Chad Durbin came to the Phillies, he was horrible. Mm-hmm. And he had an amazing season in 2008, and then in 2009 he was back to being mediocre.
I mean, even look at
Lidge.
Such
a hit or miss.
Well,
Yeah.
Lidge
would have great year, bad year. Great year, bad year.
And then he had the monumental best year ever by a closer, right?
Yeah.
Including Mariano Rivera.
Yeah. That 07 season, he was
48 for 48, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at or the 08 season.
Yeah.
So you know, when you sign these guys to 1-year deals, I mean, sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. I don't think the bullpen is as bad as it's been.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Like, I like the core that they have. The problem is he's so quick to go to, you know, Nick Nelson and Norwood and Bellotti.
What core are you referencing?
I don't.
Like, if you're saying it's not bad, Pat, give me your threesome.
Yeah, like who are the three?
Do not put Amber Heard in it.
Yeah, so you've got Regan Fox. You've got don't
say Familia.
No, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Okay.
Familia, unfortunately.
No,
but
at the minute his name's mentioned,
I'm out. I'm out
the minute you mention his name.
Dominguez, and if you want to switch Familia, you can go with Brad Hand. Like, Hand and Familia to me are like interchangeable, but that should be able to get you to the 9th and get you a win. In May they were terrible, but I really don't think the core is like 20. I think we've been burned by bullpens past so badly that as soon as somebody gives up a run, we go, oh my God, here we go again. But I really don't think it's as bad as it's been, or at least it's been in May.
Well, I mean, 2 years ago, you were historically one of the worst bullpens ever. You had to improve on
the
that.
worst.
No, you were the worst.
Was the worst historical season ever.
Okay, I thought it was like second or third.
And you got better last year, but you still didn't get better.
Well, we go for it, Bob.
Come on.
We go for it.
Bob, set the bar high. If you're aspiring to do something, you want to be crappy, be really, really crappy. That's what Pat told us when we started the show.
Yeah, if you're going to suck, be the
really
best
go.
Just
really
own it.
Be the best and go for it.
Be the best at sucking.
Now, last night they get a 6-5 lead, and you have to hold it for a couple innings, and the bullpen did the job.
They did.
You know who's a guy who I think actually could help the bullpen? He's in the system. Former #1 overall pick Mark Capelle.
I read about him yesterday.
They transferred him from a starter to a reliever this year, and he's been really good.
How much money did he?
Oh, he cashed in at like 6, I think.
He got like a
6
huge
or 7
fortune.
He was one of those guys that people talked about in baseball, like, oh, this guy's
can't miss.
Yeah, potentially, pitcher of a decade. Yeah.
A generational pitcher.
And he's talked about he's an interesting Twitter follow because he talks about his struggles and reinventing himself.
He had a really good interview with The Athletic about that, or there was like an article about that.
I read it. There was something about him.
I'm pulling for him. I mean, after reading all this stuff, I'm like, this is awesome. I love that you're owning it and being out front with it. And
I didn't realize he's 30 years old.
Yeah,
he had generational wealth though that he could have walked away from this long ago.
Sure.
And done whatever he wanted to do for a living.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a rare guy to be drafted top 10 twice.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, he was. It's an interesting case, but he never really performed up to expectations as a starter. But in the relief role, it looks like he's flourishing a little bit. So I could definitely see if a guy goes down, they add him to the 40-man.
Okay, Adam Schefter got ripped for a tweet that he made after the death of the
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State quarterback. Referencing something about his NFL career when he talked about his death in passing. ABC News did it again yesterday. Just in, Marion Barber III, the former Dallas Cowboys running back, who scored plenty of touchdowns without recording a 1,000-yard season, has died. The team said Wednesday he was 38. Okay, Bob, I know that a journalist did not do that. I know someone with a journalism degree could not possibly have written that.
No, you don't.
That's a headline that somebody grabbed. Now, they took it from the AP copy. If you read the AP copy, that is exactly how the story of his death, that's part of the story. But it is after the beginning, and it's in the body of the story. So literally, they cut and pasted that. But what is protocol for that? When you're writing about that, something is, and are people taught how to write an obituary and what should be the headline when somebody dies?
Well, I think a lot of common sense comes into play with it. Like if you're throwing out a line, an alert, however you want to throw it, a pushpin about something that happened, it's factual. That's all. There's no fact to say plenty of touchdowns. That's not fact. That's ridiculous. Like
the wording is even
that sounds. I used to put it this way: when you had news side people in the newspaper business try to write about sports, nothing good is going to happen.
How would you write that? Marion Barber, former Dallas Cowboys running back, has died at the age of 38.
That's it. Boom.
The team announced.
Yeah, and maybe throw in Minnesota Gopher great.
And then during
like that.
and then
former first-round pick.
And then the story you link to can say.
Oh, and then once you get into it. But even that,
honestly,
that line, if I'm editing that story, what do you mean plenty of touchdowns? Nobody writes like that. Nobody talks like that. There's no person who scored 53 touchdowns in his 8-year career.
What is plenty?
You don't say plenty of touchdowns.
There's no need to put that he didn't have 1,000-yard season.
No, there's no need for that. No.
None.
No.
What is that?
And I wonder, though, and it's weird. The reason I'm saying this to you is that you know who cares? I had a friend of mine yesterday say to me about this. You know who cares about that? Guys like you. You're in the media. The average fan doesn't care about that. Like the protocol of what you say. And he said to me, well, it is factual. Now, this is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And he said it is factual. He scored a lot of touchdowns, but he never really reached his potential. I'm like, but you can't say that in a just-in alert that the guy's died. You could discuss that in a retrospective article of his career.
Yeah.
But, you don't.
If the guy's in the news for literally anything but that.
But he was claiming that it's guys like us that care about it because we're in the media. So we care about how it's the blurb. He goes, most fans read that and go, yep, that's exactly how I remember him.
Maybe, but that's our jobs as media members is to present the right way of doing things. So if you care or not care, it doesn't matter. The correct way of doing something is the correct way of doing something. And saying plenty of touchdowns without a 1,000-yard season,
it's unnecessary.
That lands on the floor of the editing chair.
I just hope that when I pass away, somebody doesn't mention all of my many shortcomings that I have.
Now, the weird thing is, though, is that something that my mom had said before she died. And she talked about it and she goes, yeah, and don't be making me out to be some saint when I'm dead. Tell people, when you talk about me how I really was. And my mom was very, very sort of bold and a little brash and everything like that. And she would tell her granddaughter that too. When you're telling your kids stories about me, be sure to tell them about my good points and my bad points. Because she goes, I've been to a million funerals where I didn't recognize the person they were talking about at the funeral. The way people talked about them, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what about this? Because she goes, in our imperfections are sometimes some of our most endearing things, is her point is. That was always her point, is that it's some of your imperfections.
Sure.
John talks a lot. How many funny stories can come out of stuff like, you tell things where...
You talk a lot?
It's time for you to shut the
right.
up.
It's like you want a real story told.
Johnny 2 times.
Yeah, you don't want a sanitized version of it.
No, it's like I wrote in the little thing that I did yesterday in the Cooney's column. When people die or retire, they always seem to be better than they were when they were alive or working. And it's okay just to say who they were. If it's who they were. And
humans are imperfect by nature.
All of us have foibles and all of us have traits.
Nobody's perfect.
And
we're imperfect beings.
And the more you laugh at them, the better.
Yeah. That's why, you got to have fun in life, or at least try to.
Yeah, there's a way to point out somebody's imperfections and do it in a loving way. To point out what they failed to accomplish in their life. That's another thing. Johnny died, but he was a little. Let's be honest, he was a disappointment. He never really reached his full
never won a
potential.
Marconi.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, man.
He was still talking when the Casket was closed.
When the
plug was pulled.
When he was heading into the
When he was heading into the hospital, he asked, "Is this General Hospital?"
He was telling the doctor how to do it.
Yeah.
When he's pulling the plug. Are you doing it the right way, Doc?
Have you heard of Shaq, Doc?
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. Get more at your local Staples store. Visit staplesconnect.com. So we have a lot of fun coming your way, a Wendy's Thursday, so you know what that means. Ricky Batalico will be called in from the bullpen later.
I love Ricky, but Mary Beth will be showing up with those Wendy's bags pretty shortly.
Yes.
Might be a little better than Ricky, just saying. Selfishly.
I instructed MB again. You get what you want first.
She better.
Pick what you want first, and then leave everything else for us.
Yeah.
We're fine with that.
That's totally fair.
But I'm telling you, those potatoes, and look,
stay away, John.
Co-pair's been a challenge at times, but it's been successful. But staying away from those potatoes is truly the hardest thing around. And there's been lots of like cookies and candy. That's never as bad as the beautiful potatoes are just awesome.
I saw a
Stop talking yourself into it, John.
I know.
They're
I'm
not
not going
good.
to touch them.
I saw a
last week
diabolical meme the other day. It was 9 potato products, and you had to choose two for the rest of your life, and it was impossible.
No, there'd be a baked potato would survive.
See, I don't know if I do that.
Really, baked potato has to survive for me. Steak and a baked potato, oh my gosh.
I could eat it every day.
Scallop potatoes?
Okay, they're the ones
French
with
fries, tater
wait a minute,
tots.
Now, the scallop, does it have the runny?
It's like the
it can be runny.
I don't
yeah.
like runny. See, I don't like the runny.
Yeah.
No, I don't like runny eggs
Potatoes,
either.
baby.
There we
It's
go.
the Irish in me.
Hey, in our listener suggested segment of the day, Alphonse sends it along, and he wants us to talk about Mike Missinelli. I'll give you what he wants to know next. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I hope you're putting your deposit down because we are going to be heading to Arizona, and we want you to head there with us. It's going to be an amazing Birds away game trip, and who do we go with? We go with Philly Sports Trips because Philly Sports Trips is the best. You are guaranteed to have a blast traveling with us when we travel with the best Philly Sports Trips. All you have to do is go to phillysportstrips.com right now, place a small deposit to reserve your space. We're going to be playing golf out there with you on that Friday. So phillysportstrips.com, we'll do live shows on Friday and Monday from the resort, and it looks beautiful. And you know what you do? You put down your deposit, you pay your ticket, hotel, airfare, transfers, great parties. And the best vibe is when Philly Sports Trips takes care of the details for you. They've also got great trips to Chicago, Indianapolis, luxury bus party trips to D.C. and New York. Go to phillysportstrips.com, put down a deposit today, and make sure you're joining us. We want them to order a bigger plane, so get in at Philly Sports Trips.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, so you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time only, get 3 months on us. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to learn more. And 6/22/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet security edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool this summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds. NJ Diet is unlike any other weight loss program. They use your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans, to personalize supplements that will target your hormonal imbalances, which gets your body into the fat-burning zone, so you can finally lose that weight. Then NJ Diet uses DNA info to help you keep the weight off. Guys, don't wait for your doctor to give you the bad news and then try to figure it out. Contact NJ Diet today. Get ahead of your health. Your weight loss can help you overcome any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, depression, even digestive issues. So what are you waiting for? Locations, Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or worldwide with live online video consults. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to njdiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Venture X from Capital One is the travel card for people always asking,
Where next?
You earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars, and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on everything else you buy with Venture X. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can really control your savings. Because when you drive less, you save more with pay per mile. So you're really in control of your savings. Only paying for the miles you drive. Yeah, life is good when you're in the driver's seat. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Not available in every state. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Behold, New Jersey, with the Caesars Casino app, you have dozens of your favorite slots right at your fingertips. Sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $2,000 with a bonus for slots or video poker, plus a $100 gas card using promo code Radio Casino. Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new users. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonus. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Play like a Caesar with Caesars Casino.
Ever heard the grass is always greener on the other side? If you're in a dead-end job, you want greener grass. Well, My Computer Career can help. Start a new life as an IT pro in months, not years. My Computer Career offers lifetime career services to help you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Take the free career evaluation and schedule a campus tour today. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
WTF. Yeah, you heard right. Stars and Stripes Harley is willing to finance. At Stars and Stripes Harley's WTF 10 event this week. Good, bad, or no credit, we can help. We must sell 50 pre-owned bikes by Sunday at Stars and Stripes Harley. Willing to finance 10 event and Sunday.
Enjoy Wildwood summer fun at Maury's Pier. We got a heavy potato debate starting in here.
Can you get French fries on Maury's Pier?
You can get French fries.
Good.
Fresh cut, crinkle
vinegar
fries.
on 'em?
And then you hit it with the salt and vinegar down the shore. It's
awesome.
delightful. You can find all that and more at Maury's Pier this summer with the Fanatics Deal of the Week. One same-day ride and water park combo ticket for just $70. That's unlimited rides on all 3 piers. Surfside Amusement Pier, Mariners Amusement Pier, and Adventure Amusement Pier, and both big water parks, Ocean Oasis Water Park and Beach Club and Raging Waters Water Park. Those 6 beach blocks of fun for only $70 is available now through Sunday or while supplies last at 975thefanatic.com, keyword deal. This is how we summer.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Broaden Market, 22nd and South, and Cooney's Corner. Where else would you want to hang out? Back to the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Yeah, we'd like to hang out around some Wendy's. On a Thursday morning, the John Kincade Show cozies up to Wendy's.
They started this potato debate.
They did. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Go to Wendy's. Grab a Dave's Double. Taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous United States, Alaska, and Canada. Yeah, they did serve it up. And, Bob, good job on your part. Just get me out of that because I've done a great job of staying away from it. The other night we were at the Poorhouse, and PJ's Poorhouse does an amazing job on fries.
My daughter went there last night for dinner.
Poorhouse also?
Yeah.
What did she do? Do you know what she brought home?
She's a horrible eater. She had grilled cheese.
How is she? You always
her eating habits are horrendous.
Yet she doesn't have a pound of fat on her. How?
Because she doesn't eat.
But she eats crap when she eats. Is that what it is? I mean, like I don't understand.
Kind of crap. Like I can't stand. Like you make a good meal, a nice meal, and they sit down and just have the potatoes or just have some salad and carrots. I don't know. It's a problem that we're trying to work out with her.
We had the nice the Omaha steaks, which I've been telling you about.
I think I'm getting my
put Fanatic in there. You should. It'd be a great gift for him. And $99. Put Fanatic in the key search bar and you grab it. So that cooler came around 10 days ago, and we had the bacon wrapped filet last night.
Ooh,
and asparagus. And grilled asparagus with it, which
nice.
is fantastic.
Oh, I love asparagus.
Oh, my gosh. I've become a huge asparagus fan.
There's so many different ways you can do it. Donna does this thing. She did it this past weekend where she puts garlic and some Parmesan cheese on it.
You think in the summertime you could take us out to the grill? Bob, maybe?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to put that in because next week, the summer of fun begins on the John Kincade Show because yesterday I got the go-ahead. I saw it on the news. I was told by Cecily Tynan, we can now say it is meteorological summer.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Which is June, July, and August.
Okay.
So June, July, and August is the meteorological summer. Adam would have told us that, but he was too busy.
He was watching the ponies.
Snack foods and hanging out at the Devon Horse Show. They left all the heavy lifting to Cecily. And so now I know. So we're going to have the Summer of Fun begins, which is going to take you up to Labor Day weekend. And we got a bunch of new segments and a bunch of stuff that you've never heard before on this show. Some of it you may never hear again after we after we try it. But so be tuned in. Monday starts the Summer of Fun on the John Kincade Show.
What's the strangest thing that you put on the grill that turned out really good that you weren't maybe sure about?
Pizza.
Yeah, I've done pizza on the grill.
I grilled a pizza.
Yeah, the hardest thing.
We have a green egg or something?
Nope.
Because I know
just
people
a regular propane grill. I tried.
Did you put it right on, or did you put some? Because mine always burns on the bottom before the top cooks thoroughly.
Yeah, I had success with it.
Did you good?
In the beginning of the pandemic.
Was it low heat?
Yeah, I believe. I looked it up how to do it. It's been a while since I've done it, but I did not expect it to turn out well, and it turned out pretty great. I was making my own dough at the time.
Okay.
I got real into pizza making in the beginning of the pandemic. That was my little kitchen hobby I picked up, and it turned out way better than I would have ever guessed.
Chunky tomatoes or tomato paste on it? I know Bob doesn't like the chunky tomato.
No, I was making pizza sauce too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just a regular pizza, but it turned out I was shocked. It worked.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times and I can't get past. I have to get a pizza stone, I guess, because I can't get past the bottom just getting burnt before the top really cooks.
I have
to my liking.
It's called the baker's steel. It's like a plate you put in.
Yeah, buy it during like one of those infomercials. Like before
Addie got it for me for Father's Day.
Before the Mike Missinelli show, they have the infomercial.
It's a good device to have.
There you go. There's Summer of Fun coming your way, though, next week. A lot of different stuff you've never heard before, and we look forward to having you be a part of us. And be sure to take us with you. You've got the radio right there on your phone. That's how Pat instructs it. You've got a phone. So download the app and carry it with you everywhere you go.
If you got a phone, you got a radio.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's a good one, Pat.
So be sure to do that.
It's a free slogan for you there, Coach.
There we go. Coach, think
Feel
about
free to
imaging, Coach. Imaging?
Yeah, no, we'll pass on that.
Because Coach, people see their phone and they probably don't assume that they actually have a radio as well.
We want you to tap that app. Tap it.
I think we might have. Yeah, I think we did that one a couple
You did the
years
tap the app?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think you want to tap that app. So do it. We have our listener-suggested segment of the day.
Here is the listener-suggested segment of the day.
Alphonse How formal, Alphonse.
We say Al.
Al is a fantastic listener of the show, and I tried to position this today in the time that he travels. Now in the listener-suggested segment, my JK Show segment at gmail.com. My JK Show segment at gmail.com. I always forget to give you the address, and then I end up getting like 9 in one day. My JK Show segment at gmail.com. Alphonse listens in this time frame, so I wanted to hit it in a time that he could because his was very timely. He jumped to the top of the line because he said it yesterday. He says, you guys all spoke in appreciation of the different ways Mike Missanelli influenced you and your radio station. But I'd like you to tell us all one way you think you are like Mike Missanelli and one way you are absolutely not. And I want you to take us behind the scenes, the Mike that you know. He said, I listened to Mike for the better part of a decade, right after college. I found Mike to be infuriating at times, highly entertaining at times, and I loved his TV, tips that he would give. So he said, in many ways, I loved him, I hated him, but I couldn't turn him off. And he said, and that's probably the ultimate compliment to Mike Missanelli.
Yeah.
So Alphonse wants to know the Mike that we know. One way we're like him, and one way we're different. Anybody want to go?
This is hard.
I think it's hard, too. One way I thought you gave yours yesterday, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, we were different on the basketball court. Mike,
but hyper-competitive.
One way alike is we just share a lot of common, we both love cooking. We both love wine and bourbon. I enjoy an occasional cigar, and I love golf. So a lot of our, hobbies, I guess you call them, are very similar.
Mike is into his cooking.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and he's very good at it.
I've been to a lunch at his house twice, and he throws down.
One time, I would tell
Actually, Maria Spagnuolo threw down the one time, and
oh my
amazing.
God!
Oh boy!
I told Alphonse one thing that would surprise him about Mike Missanelli is that I think Mike is much more sort of chill off the radio than people would expect.
Yeah,
Mike isn't the loud in the room.
No, not at all.
Mike is, and I said very much that Mike has a very chill vibe to him off the air. Very different than me.
Where we're different, I would say Mike is more removed from fandom than me. Do you know what I mean?
I think every one of us is.
Well, I think I let the hoagie mouth come out every once in a while when I get pissed off. And Mike never really seemed. He was always same. Even when he was angry, it was the same monotone, same level. Never got too high, never got too low. I probably have a little more hoagie mouth in me, so that's kind of what I got.
And I think a lot of that comes from, I get accused of that sometimes too. Is it comes from the background of journalism?
Sure.
Although Anthony at 10 o'clock isn't,
I think he's
a great fan.
Though. But the thing is, though, Anthony also gets pragmatic like that. Last year, he said the 2021 season, Anthony said he was going to watch the Eagles season like he's in a lab.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't disconnect the fan. Not to Jamie's level, but I can't disconnect the fan thing.
Yeah, it's people often ask me that, how did you grow up in this city, being a sports fan and all, and then have to write about it and be unbiased? It's just your job. You do it. Like everybody else out there, whatever job you have, you just have to do your job. And you're aware of it, and you get into that mindset, and you do it. And I think a lot of people do it really well. But Mike's, I would say here's how we're different. I think Mike can have a verbal confrontation far more than I care to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll get my point across, I'll hear your point, and that's it. Yeah.
The law
some may say master.
Well, that's the attorney in him.
The law, the law background there.
Yeah, I think we're alike in the sense that he was always willing to debate, and time and place sometimes wasn't the best choice, and I am very much like that. I don't know when to stop. And how we're different was, and he brought it up on his goodbye, his never wrong attitude. He was never wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly pointing out when I'm wrong. Travis Fulgham, 1,000 yards. So we literally built a segment around that. So that's how we were different.
I like the I would say the way that we're very much the same though is that Mike has no problem letting someone know exactly where he stands on anything. If he has a hobby, if he has an opinion, if he has a thought, he has he does not give a flip whether you think it's weird, dumb, whatever. And I admire that about him. Even though we see as I said yesterday, we see the world very differently in a lot of ways. I admire that about Mike. That he didn't give a damn if you agree with him, like him, or like his opinion or whatever. He's going to tell you how he feels, and I admire that in him. There you go, Alphonse. Longtime fan of Mike, and he wanted us to, just share a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Take behind the scenes. I think if people don't understand. Doc teared up the other day. I'm throwing my brother under the bus a little bit. Doc teared up listening to Mike.
I heard Jerome in West Philly yesterday with Anthony. One of the more emotional sports radio calls I've ever heard. Talking about the importance Mike and Anthony have in his life, and
he's
suffered a lot of tragedy.
Lost
in his
4
life.
or 5 family members in a 10-year period.
Yeah,
and that Mike and Anthony were sort of his bridge to sanity.
Yeah,
during that whole time,
that hits you. That's heavy.
I just know that, like Doc, my brother loves routines, and he was just always a devotee of Mike Missinelli. There wasn't a time when something didn't happen in Philly sports when I was out of this town that my brother wasn't telling me, well, Missinelli said. Well, here's what Mike said today. And here's what they were debating on Mike today. And so congratulations to Mike. And we hope to be hearing from Mike very, very soon. Hey, in Cooney's Corner, the question is about Jalen Hurts.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So I think the jury, us included, is still out. Maybe John and I a little bit more than Pat and Jamie, which we've talked about a lot, on what type of quarterback you want Jalen Hurts to be. So just
a big winner.
Yeah. Well, just looking at the past quarterbacks here in Philadelphia. Now, you can start with Carson Wentz and go all the way back to, I'll cut it off at Randall Cunningham because I don't know if you guys really even saw Jaws play, and you might not have seen Cunningham all that much. Pat.
No, Randall was my favorite player ever. Never saw Jaws.
At first I was going to say, what believably can Jalen Hurts, of those quarterbacks, who can he believably emulate to some degree to find success? And then I started wondering, or should I put it a different way? Should I say if he has a bit of this realistically from this quarterback and a bit of that realistically from another quarterback, is that what you could get out of Jalen Hurts? Do you see any similarities with him and any of the quarterbacks past?
Yeah, I have one that I think is pretty decent. Jeff Garcia.
Woo.
Okay,
that didn't even
field.
pop into my head. That's a great one.
Kind of a limited arm that made the best out of his situations through his mobility and kind of tough passes, but was kind of that leader, that inspiration to the team. He got more out of his intangibles than his physical skill set, if that makes sense. Is that a fair way to say it?
I'll tell you what.
That's a great one, actually.
Because he inspired people. I mean, Merry Christmas, Philadelphia. Like, he had the city on his back, and he probably wasn't the most talented quarterback in the world.
Probably.
But he got it done, and it was a pretty impressive run he had.
All right, so we can pack this up.
That's
it's done.
That is a great one, though.
That's good. Now to put this in perspective, Garcia was a 500 quarterback, 58 and 58 in his starts. Threw for over 30 touchdowns twice, 31 and 32.
I don't see Jalen Hurts getting past 32 touchdowns in a year.
Yeah,
at his ceiling.
Once went over 4,000 yards.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I don't sense that.
Garcia's numbers, I thought they would be better than what they were. That's an interesting one, James.
Yeah, I
That's
see.
Really interesting.
I see them kind of similarly.
I really like that, Jamie. That's Pat. You say Jamie's dumb, and I disagree with you. See, this is another example.
Look, I'm pretty sure that Addie came up with.
Okay.
Yes, he just texted me.
There you guys.
Pat, you have anybody that realistically?
I mean, Garcia's the best one.
That is a great, but it's a great one.
And the thing is, like, there's not a lot of comparison because of, in my lifetime, I basically had McNabb, Vic for a stint.
Right.
Wentz, like, Garcia's the best one out of the fillers that you can really think of. I mean, mobility, nobody else really had it that I can truly think of. He's an interesting case, but yeah, Garcia would be it because he did really make the most out of his limitations. Now, I mean, the big difference is Garcia was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
Hurts is a second-round pick, but
where'd he play? San Jose State or something?
State.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
A little different than Alabama and Oklahoma.
Okay, Jamie, that was the best answer to one of Cooney's Corners ever.
Wow.
That was
I think that was a great.
All right, I'm going to go eat some Wendy's.
Since it was so easy, let's expand it just a little bit. Is that good enough? Like Jeff Garcia, looking at his numbers now, I thought he was a better quarterback. 61% or 62% completion percentage. He threw for twice as many touchdowns as he did interceptions, 161 to 83. As I said,
but like 2-1
58 record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, too, like
2 winning seasons.
Towards the end of his career, he was primarily playing for, bad teams.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, after Philly let him go because they had McNabb, but then he went down to a bad Tampa Bay team.
Yeah.
Then he went to play for, I think before Philly, he was...
Detroit.
Cleveland?
Detroit.
Yeah, Cleveland was when the T.O. went in there. So he was on a lot of bad teams because he was a journeyman quarterback who was, the bridge to your future guy. And that's kind of how I think a lot of people view Jalen Hurts possibly being.
So everything that we can break down with Jalen Hurts, this is exactly what I was looking for. That if you go Jeff Garcia, is that good enough? Because Jeff Garcia, as Pat just perfectly described, was just an okay quarterback.
How good's this defense?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question.
How good is this defense?
But if you had asked me when Jeff Garcia was playing, did I imagine him as a Super Bowl winning quarterback? I would have said no.
No, I never.
I think he's a guy that could win you a playoff game or two, maybe give you that one magical run here or there. But that was kind of it.
Garcia didn't start in the league until he was 29.
It's incredible.
Well, yeah, because he was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't realize it took
Tony
that
Romo.
long.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it takes those guys a while to develop and actually earn the spot too.
Hey, join the Fanatic and us, the John Kincade Show, as we cheer on the Birds in Arizona. It's going to be a great trip. Live broadcast Friday and Monday. Golf outing on Friday. Reserve your spot now with a small deposit at PhillySportsTrips.com. Philly Sports Trips, where you travel with the pros. Should be a good time. Jamie, you're asking how bad we want Jalen Reagor gone.
Yeah.
I think this is a rhetorical question in this fan base. I mean, honestly.
Well, here's the situation because everybody's, he's not going to be on the team. Get rid of him. He's done. He's fifth on the depth chart now. He is. He's probably fifth or sixth, and they just signed an undrafted punt and kick returner that, I'm sure they're hoping can challenge him for those duties. He
isn't good at that.
No, not really. I think he had one or two bust-out plays in now 2 years where it's like, okay, I see the flash of it, but I don't see it consistently. He's down there on the depth chart. He's going to have to earn any playing time. Hell, I mean, Greg Ward might even be ahead of him in the 6 and 5 debate. But the question is, he's going to be here. I really believe that. If you look, you can't just get rid of him. His dead cap hit this year is $7.8 million. To keep him only costs you $3.6. So is there anybody out there that would cut him and eat that money now just to shed yourselves of him? Because I think that would be foolish.
You're probably right. I mean,
don't you want
to think of an answer?
Give him the chance one more year. It's only the third year in the league. That's kind of like the full body that you judge a rookie on is the first 3 years.
Right.
We thought he was going to break out last year. I think we were all in kind of agreement that he would have a decent season.
I don't think anybody's thinking breakout, but you want to give him that opportunity rather than just eat $4 million, don't you?
Yeah. I think they're probably hoping that he flashes in training camp and
somebody wants him.
and they can unload him for
or can battle Pascal or something.
Yeah,
or that fourth wide receiver.
There's a reason he's still on the team.
I hope that after the goodwill tour that Howie Roseman's been on, that he takes it the next step and cuts bait.
You want him to eat the money?
I think I do.
He hasn't done that, John, with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they're trained because I think they believe that J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Pat, I know the whole thing about blocking to us is because of where you drafted him.
Well, yeah, and the fact that he's a receiver.
But in Nick Sirianni's offense, I don't think he minds it, and I think that he can find a way to. I know it's gross. It sounds gross, but if his name was Billy Smith and he wasn't the goalie for the Islanders,
what about Willie Asshat?
And he was Willie Asshat.
Yeah,
could be
fourth round pick out of
How is
Florida?
Willie Asshat? He was out of Florida, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Eagles should have drafted him. It was how he's talking about the biggest mistake of his career.
Willie Assad.
Passing on Willie Assad.
We absolutely missed it.
Flying on draft boards.
We absolutely missed it on him.
Yeah, so just brace yourselves. He's going to be here.
He is.
So don't get triggered by it when you see the final roster and Jalen Reagor's on it.
What's the roster expanded to with the 17? Is it up to you get to dress 53 a game? Because you had 53, but you can only dress 45.
Can you dress 56 now?
Yeah, if it's up more, I also agree with you. It makes your case even better.
I don't see them eating $8 million for that, for a sixth wide receiver, fifth wide receiver on the depth chart. It's just nice that he's not a top 3 option anymore.
That is.
So good job, Howie.
Yeah, Howie's built the roster. Everybody's talking about it. It's something we're going to get into after the top of the hour. It seems like it's daily. You can find an article, a television piece, a discussion point that is just bragging on the Philadelphia Eagles. And thank God, considering the Phillies' struggles and considering that. And right now, we want to tell you, all morning long, we are on this watch all morning long.
Panda Watch.
Not Panda Watch. Something else. Girardi Watch.
Girardi Watch. Girardi Watch 2022.
Anything, Coach? Anything in your email? Anything yet? Press conference called for today? Anything?
Yeah, I have stuff in my email.
But nothing. You have stuff from the union.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Brendan Aronson.
Has the union fired Joe Girardi?
Union alum Brendan Aronson with the Medford Messi with a beaut last night for the men's national team.
The new striker for Leeds United.
Yeah,
there we go.
EPL player, big time now.
I've got some news from the USFL that we can.
No.
Those emails are the absolute worst that they send out.
That's right after Bob's do the schedule game prediction.
I have them started.
There we go.
Win.
All right.
John, did you watch soccer last night?
No, I did not.
They kicked Morocco's ass.
Morocco didn't see it coming.
Morocco.
I don't know where Morocco is, but Morocco was in trouble.
Hey,
I have them losing week 5.
A chic pick. Wait a minute. That's our trip. What are you, a moron?
And then they come back.
It's a chic pick.
And then those next 5
for the Eagles. We're going to get into it here.
So it's loss.
With your Eagles next.
Win.
We're halfway home on a Wendy's Thursday. It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Energy costs are a large part of your business's bottom line. Well, how would you like to put like 30 to 40% of those costs back into your business and have a brighter line? Get it? Even better, or at no or little cost to you, my friends at Beyond the Bulb are ready to help. What's Beyond the Bulb? Well, I got to tell business owners, facilities manager, maintenance managers, or anyone in charge of paying the utility bill for a company. Beyond the Bulb is the best. They're going to save your business 30 to 40% on your utility bills by switching your lighting to high-efficiency LED lighting. And if you're a Pico or PPL Energy customer, grab your bill and contact the number one, beyondthebulb.com today. You can switch to greener, more efficient lighting at little or no cost to you. Yes, this is simple. You save money for your company, you improve your bottom line, you reduce your carbon footprint, and you do it all at little to no cost to you because you're going to qualify for rebates from your current provider. Grab your energy bill before you contact the number one, beyondthebulb.com, or just give them a call, 484-246-6542, 484-246-6542, and they will give you a free energy audit. See if you qualify for a bigger, brighter bottom line today. It's a no-brainer. Check it out from Beyond the Bulb.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
If you've got an IRA or 401k, I got bad news for you. Hi, this is Joseph Abundante, best-selling author from right here in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Retirement Income Mastery. The IRS wants you to think these qualified plans are the best way to save for retirement. They give you a tax break when you contribute. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Qualified plan could be a tax disaster when you retire. With over $30 trillion in debt, taxes are already going up. Imagine paying a top tax rate of over 90% like in the 1960s. There is a better way. It's an alternative the wealthy use that often beats your IRA and 401k. It's been around for years. Your money grows tax deferred, and when done right, has no taxes in retirement and no income taxes when you die. Plus, you grow your money potential double digits with no risk of losing money from market crashes. When the market tanks again, you lose nothing. Call Joe Abundante at 1-800-207-4545 to get a free copy of my book and talk to a specialist to protect yourself from crashes and taxes. No credit card required. Call 1-800-207-4545. That's 1-800-207-4545.
Hi, this is Taylor Morgan. Years ago, I made a decision that would change my life forever. I attended the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but radio and TV sounded like fun. Well, it turned into a career that has lasted more than 30 years and has given me opportunities that I never would have dreamed possible, like broadcasting from the Olympics in Nagano, Japan. And it all started at Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which is now CSB Media Arts Center, with classes not only in radio and TV, but video production, podcasting, editing, all that is media. The hands-on training from broadcast professionals whose entire mission is to get you career ready, plus the job placement assistance, is priceless. And it all happens in 8 or 16 weeks. Train on site or online. There's a campus in nearby Cherry Hill, and they're VA approved. CSB Media Arts Center. Get your start. Visit gocsb.com.
Venture X from Capital One is the travel card for people always asking,
Where next?
You earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars, and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on everything else you buy with Venture X. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I'm Ariana. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Southwest Salad is when I take a bite, it's like, wow. I'm getting a punch from the roasted corn. I'm getting a kick from the spicy chicken. It's just great.
Hi, this is Tori. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the avocado lime dressing. It adds to the chicken, the bacon, and the roasted corn. It takes the salad to a whole nother level.
Order a salad for delivery on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Baseball is back, and the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app has an unbeatable offer for all new customers. Make your first bet risk-free up to $750. The BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app, where odds, bets, slots, and games all come together in perfect harmony right in your pocket. Live in-game betting lets you bet on all the action as it happens. Download right now in the App Store, Google Play Store, or BetParx.com. Website has all the details. It's go time, baby, with the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
Attention locals, Amazon has a variety of jobs near you. Whether you are looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal work, you can discover just the right role for you. Amazon Jobs offer the whole package with great pay and flexible schedules that you can choose to fit your life. To join a team of hourly associates who work together delivering smiles to customers all across the country, head to Amazon.com/hourly. That's Amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Celebrate the beginning of summer at Gloucester County's Summer Kickoff event on Saturday, June 11th at James G. Atkinson Park in Sewell, New Jersey from 11 to 5. Support Gloucester County small businesses, crafters, and artists. Enjoy a local craft beer tasting in partnership with Visit South Jersey. Stop by the Fanatic tent for Beers with Bob between 12 and 2 and check out live music from classic rock cover band Stranger Than Normal beginning at 1:30. There's something for everyone. For more info, visit gloucestercountynj.gov.
My wife and I moved into our new home about, 20 months ago, approaching 2 years already. And everything about it was great, except for that 30-year-old HVAC system that was in there. And every day I look at the weather reports and I see 96 degrees, 95 degrees, and I bug out because it's on its last legs. And I got 2 girls at home that I need to protect their comfort levels. I can't have a sweaty baby sleeping. That's
what
no
about
good.
your wife, too? You got to protect her, too. That's 3.
She can survive sweating, but the 2 girls, I don't want to see them sweaty sleeping because dad can be a sweaty sleeper, and then he becomes grumpy, and the whole house is off. That's why I called the guys over at H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. I've heard John talk about them. I didn't need to go any further than that. It was a no-brainer. Can't wait to get this air scrubber in my house, get the system up on Wi-Fi, and become a more efficient system in my house. We scheduled an estimate. John Leake, one of the managers last week, came out to the house and gave me the best options for my home, for the efficiency, and for the budget. And having options was important to us. And dealing with a reputable, honest, and trustworthy company was an absolute no-brainer. H&H Heating and Air Conditioning was tremendous. So if you're worried that your AC won't last the summer, schedule an estimate with H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit DelcoHVAC.com. That's DelcoHVAC.com. And don't tell them John Kincade sent you. Tell them Jamie Lynch says hello.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is no such thing as an off-season for Eagles football on this show. More of the John Kincade Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We're halfway home on this Thursday morning. It seems like a short week, doesn't it?
Because it is.
It is. Can't believe it's Thursday already, Bob.
Thursday's one of it might be my favorite day of the week.
It is a great day. Thursday might be your favorite, better than Friday?
Thursday's great, yeah.
I hate Tuesday.
Tuesday sucks.
Wendy's has made me love Thursdays.
Seeing that Wendy's really does. It helps you. I know because you like the square burgers and the great breakfast.
I hate places that cut corners.
And you see
Wendy's doesn't do that with their square burger. They don't cut the corner.
Now you see your local Wendy's took great care of you too, Pat, because of the fact that you got plenty of what you like today. The croissants are back.
Yeah. From what I understand, MBG, Mary Beth just started laying down the law to Wendy's saying we need croissants.
And the boys want the croissants.
The boys want croissants and they want them now.
I did not eat one of the croissants, but I did eat the innards. And boys, delicious.
The innards?
Why you got
to ruin it?
Well, there it is. You want to go to Wendy's? They're great, and we appreciate them being a part of every Thursday with us. And it is it's hard to do something so well for so long like Wendy's has. And they just continue to build their brand and find new things and everything. I think Wendy's has stayed in their lane well. You know, though, too? Like Wendy's hasn't branched out into the Wendy's taco.
No,
Wendy's hasn't branched down into. I love the fact that Wendy's perfects what they do.
Do they still have salad bars at Wendy's?
No,
we do. When I take the kids, we always do drive-through. So
they used to have the salad bar.
They used to have a great salad bar.
They do not.
I loved their salad bar before, but all their stuff's so good.
After soccer tournaments and stuff, we'd always go to the salad bar.
You do that?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah.
Do the salad bar.
Yeah, get a little chili.
Well, the Eagles are becoming a chic pick to win the NFC East. I read another preseason article yesterday where I'm going to quote from it. Bleacher Report piece. The Cowboys have been resting on their laurels while the Eagles have been having their foot on the gas. Both of these teams are going to need strong coaching efforts to win the division. Now, the data would say otherwise, but I'm asking all of you to commit right now. Is anyone willing to make the claim this morning that going into the season, the Eagles have the coaching advantage over the Cowboys, and you can take their entire staffs into account? Do you believe that coaching, because, look, the Cowboys are the team that is was expected to be the top team and everything like that, and the Eagles have been, quote-unquote, foot on the gas all offseason, add, all these interesting moves, and they're now becoming the chic pick to win the division. Well, you're going to have a great coaching effort out of this. I know, Jamie, you don't. I want to start with you because you do not have a ton of regard for Mike McCarthy.
No, he's a stooge.
But are you ready to say this morning that the Eagles have the coaching advantage over the Cowboys? coaching
he
advantage.
still has what's his name, Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore as his assistants.
Dan Quinn did a great job last year.
Yeah, he did. He did a really good job. It's probably a really good debate because the rest of the staff around McCarthy is pretty strong. We're still kind of unknown on Gannon, and Nick's kind of the OC himself.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd probably give the Cowboys a slight advantage just because there's a lot of unknown with the Eagles still. It's only 1 year body of work, whereas the other guys are all vets and grizzled vets at that. So I'd probably give them the slight advantage, but if I had to choose one, if I was an owner, I'm more for the young upside potential at this point than the retread.
Where do you fall, Bob?
Advantage Dallas, no question in my mind.
So do I put it too, but I don't like saying it.
Look, and of course not. And Nick Sirianni, it's still all hope with him. He hasn't beaten a good team yet.
That is the truth.
I mean, they haven't beaten a good team.
The best win was
at Denver, probably, right?
Denver at Denver. Denver went 6-10 last year.
And that was more of
6-11 or 7-11.
Exactly. At Denver is a solid win, no matter what type of Denver team
they had
you're
a really good
facing a lot of times. And look, you went the first 6 games of the season with a team that was ill prepared. It wasn't just that they weren't okay. They were bad. And they were sloppy, and they were on a record pace for penalties. And we're talking, offsides and penalties of ill preparedness, not of physically not being able to do something and having to make up for it. So we can't forget all that. Yes, Nick Sirianni did a great job to get that team into the playoffs and get 9 wins out of them. Great. But I still am not sold that he's a better coach than somebody that's been to a Super Bowl and that has
won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, won a Super Bowl and has been in the league. Look, you can be in the league for 5 years, 6 years. McCarthy's more than that. You have a huge advantage over a guy that's been through one season. A huge advantage. So, yeah, I think Dallas, as much of a – what was the word you used on McCarthy?
Buffoon or stooge?
I think
one
stooge.
of those.
Pat,
he still has an advantage, I think.
I lean towards the way that Jamie thought with this. The upside is better than the known at this point. What we've seen from Sirianni is decent, but to Bob's point, he still hasn't beaten a good team. It's kind of like the Odubel Herrera and Mickey Moniak debate that we have. It's more of like I'd rather go with the unknown because I know what I'm getting from Mike McCarthy.
Right.
He has surrounded himself with really good coordinators. But still, they lost a lot in free agency. Can Mike McCarthy overcome that? I don't really think so.
Hey, game time's coming your way at the bottom of the hour. Pat and Coach have cooked up a good game time for you. Chance to win Wendy's gift cards, too, amongst the prizes. Graf and Media joins us on The Fanatic. Graf, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, John. Quick one for you, and then I'll get to my Eagles point. How many games do you think Joe Girardi has lost to the Philadelphia Phillies this year?
3. I'm just off the top of my head, I'm thinking of like 3 days where we've come in and go, what the hell was he doing? I'd say 3, maybe 4. Maybe.
Is that enough then to determine whether or not he gets fired?
Yes, because I would ask you conversely, how many does he win for you?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Like, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like how many does he win? I don't see. I honestly think when I watch Joe Girardi that other guys are playing chess and he's playing checkers.
Yeah, he has no emotion, which is crazy because how are fans supposed to be emotionally connected to a team that the manager is not?
And I saw Larry Boa the other day at the Kendall's Crusade golf tournament, and Larry looks like he could wrestle an alligator. And Joe Girardi just is and he was bouncing around and full of life and full of energy. And I think it's 75 or 76, something like that.
Yeah.
And Joe Girardi looks like he's asleep in the dugout. I can't tolerate it. I can't tolerate it anymore.
It's absolutely atrocious. Now, the Eagles point that I wanted to jump on real quick. So, good conversation. Mike McCarthy definitely has the head on Nick Sirianni. But I do think that, the quarterback played a pretty big role in Nick Sirianni's entire scheme. So, my question to you guys, is there really a chance that the Eagles don't try and get a quarterback in next year's draft? Like, are we fooling ourselves thinking that they're not going to even give it a shot?
Tell me what's a realistic for this year. What if they go 10-7 or 11-6?
I think it all depends on where he ends up in the MVP voting, and I think also on top of that, it's where the Eagles end up in the playoffs. I think if Jalen Hurts doesn't end up top 3 in MVP voting, and the Eagles don't get to the NFC Championship, then there's probably no shot in HE double hockey sticks that Howie Roseman isn't trading 2 draft picks to go get one of those top 5 stud quarterbacks next year.
All right, I just want to ask you, in media, have you ever run into Wanda Sykes?
You've asked me this before.
And I want you to, I'm putting you on the job because you're our most famous contributor from media. I want you to, you hunt her down and you welcome her and tell her that we're.
You got to go to Super Sundays. They have Super Sundays in media, which is where they have like all the local, I don't know if they've done it since COVID, but they have all the local shops line up on State Street.
Oh, okay.
And they shut it down, and you can walk up and down State Street, and you can buy all sorts of cool
And Wanda
stuff.
may be there.
Yeah, she makes appearances every once in a while. I know she frequents Iron Hill in quotation.
All right.
So, if you're trying to find her, John, you just got to start staking out.
Wanda, we're looking for you. We love you, Wanda. What do you think of that?
I didn't. Top 3 in MVP voting.
He'll never be there.
Well, I hope to God that doesn't come into the Eagles' mindset.
That's an unrealistic.
Like you can't. That doesn't matter to me. The voting on that, whatever. I think it's very realistic that the Eagles go after a quarterback next year in the draft, especially if Jalen Hurts doesn't absolutely prove to you that he's a franchise quarterback.
If they're 11-6, though, what if they're 11-6, win the East, and win a playoff game? Jalen Hurts isn't going anywhere.
No, I don't think so either.
He's not going anywhere. Yeah. Jalen Hurts can secure, by the team's success, can solidify himself that next year's draft is going to be all about setting yourself up to.
He can. I don't think you have to quantify it in any type of way.
You mean wins and losses? You don't have to.
No, I think it's more of a and you know thing. Like I don't think there has to be parameters that he has to meet or anything. I think it's just if you know, you know.
All right, let me riddle you this, Jamie, real quick.
Riddle me this, Batman.
If they go 11-6, the number that John just threw out there, and you still come away with the feeling you had after this year on Jalen Hurts, but they won 2 more games because
have they won a playoff game?
Because
I do think the playoff thing is big.
If they win their first,
I'll say no. I'll say they don't win a playoff game. They lose an opening playoff game.
Well, then
they go 11-6.
Then you're in the territory of contract talks. So you absolutely have to. I don't think you can, because that'll be his 3rd year complete.
He got it because he's the 2nd-round pick, so you have to. Do it next year.
He's not going to want to go into a lame duck year as a quarterback.
What's he going to hold out?
Weird stuff happens all the time.
I mean, what's he going to hold out?
No, he probably wouldn't, but he doesn't want to do that, and you want your quarterback in the right frame of mind. I think if he finished similarly, they have their answer.
Here's a thought, Pat. The Eagles go 11-6 in that scenario. Don't win a playoff game. I guarantee you they could flip Jalen Hurts for something.
Yeah.
A 2nd or a 3rd round pick, or
somebody
would absolutely jump on him if they truly were looking to create the big move up the board.
Yeah, somebody gave Brock Osweiler a stupid contract because of a little bit of a hot start there.
It was Houston, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Houston. Yeah, and then they had to trade him and a 2nd round pick to Cleveland to get rid of it. So as Jamie always alludes to, that quarterback desperation is a stinky cologne, and some coach, some team will think that he's the answer. And I'm not saying they're going to get a 2nd round pick back, but they'll get something back for sure.
8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. They really would. I mean, that's the one thing I think of is I think a playoff win is the playoff.
That
win
would count for the most.
Probably secures you.
That secures him his job. I would really believe that.
Probably.
They win a playoff game, especially if they win the division. If they win the division, I think it may secure his job.
I think it all depends on how he plays.
I do. Jamie, he put it out there. It's the eye test, and that's really sticking in my head now.
I just off the running it back in my brain. There was a lot of guys open last year, and I don't think he has the weakest arm or his long ball's a problem or anything like that. I think it's reading the defense and making the throws when they need to be thrown.
Right, knowing when to throw it.
Yeah, and I think that's just I just think that's something you judge off of watching it, not necessarily parameters or yardage or touchdowns.
Tom House?
Yeah, look, they won 9 games and went to the playoffs in a year that no one thought they were going to do that, and I don't think he passed the eye test.
But I think Giants will be better. I think the Commodes will be better.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think the Cowboys will be slightly worse.
Agreed, yeah.
So, to me, I think you're going to get a much better handle if he wins this division of it being an accomplishment, of it being something that we check the box and say, yes, this year winning the NFC East, I think, will be an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be 3 winning teams in the division.
But how many games did he win?
Denver.
No, I'm saying like,
No, I
like
mean,
this,
after this year, you mean, yeah.
how many
exactly.
games
I
did
get
he
you.
actually take the game over?
Hey, if you got problems with the building's water and water waste pump system, visit pumpmanphilly.com.
Bump, bump, bump!
Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. Pat's in a great mood.
I would say the Giants game he should have won for you.
No, he should have, and he didn't.
Well, Jalen Reagor dropped 2 touchdowns.
Whoa. He was terrible that game. I mean,
But
Jalen Hurts was terrible.
In the pressing moments of the game, he should have won it for you. You had a guy drop 2 routine, balls.
Hey, John in Huntington Valley joins us on The Fanatic. John, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Just sitting in traffic on my way to work. But I was just listening and heard you guys talking about if Jalen Hurts wins a playoff game and goes 11-6, like the Eagles can't draft another quarterback. He's going to be our quarterback. But then I just think about, look at the Niners and Jimmy G, or look at Alex Smith with the Chiefs. Like, all those guys were successful, won playoff games, like, had good records, and their team still got rid of them.
Well, the reason why, though, is that they drafted a quarterback and then sat them for a year. So they had drafted a guy. Mahomes was drafted, what, Jamie, 10th?
9th, I want to say.
9th or 10th and everything. And Trey Lance was drafted 3rd, I believe.
Right. But
so they had to make those moves, John.
Playoff games.
Oh, he was 10th. You were right.
I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo won playoff games.
Went to a Super Bowl.
And went to another NFC title game. Yeah. It's hard because the parameters are a moving target. They really are, as far as...
Yeah, it is. It's still this conundrum that we have here, you know.
That's why I don't think they're necessary.
But, so you don't think what's necessary?
The parameters of Hurts.
Right, okay.
What do you mean not
test is sticking.
necessary?
I don't think that's what's going to make or break their decision. I think it's strictly going to be eye test. Is he making the right throws when he has to? Is he throwing the ball? Like, is he just making good decisions and making the right play? Like, I think it all boils down to that more so than, has to have over 30 touchdowns or has to throw for 4,000 yards. I just think you know when you know.
All right, Jamie, you had something else you wanted to talk about, but I got to talk about this better. You had an interesting day at the bank yesterday. I'm calling a pivot here. You brought this up, and I just said, okay, let's stop talking about it because it's too.
I was in
too
amazement.
Interesting. All right, what happened at the bank yesterday?
So I went to the bank to get some cash, and I actually went to the teller as opposed to the ATM for I don't know what reason. I just wasn't thinking.
You just felt like going in.
Yeah, I don't know. I went in. It was weird. PNC in Chestnut Hill. And I'm standing there, and I'm making. I think the guy that was dealing with me was possibly the manager, or at least the manager on duty, whatever. And there was a young lady at the next teller next to me, to my left. So I'm making my thing, and I'm finishing up, and I hear this guy come in with a real slick voice, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And put on the
little stank,
yeah, like the player voice, like, "How you doing, girl?" And I went, "Ooh," got my attention. And then he goes on and he makes some small talk with her. Where you live, where you from? Oh, yeah, you ever go out here? How about I take you out to lunch? And I'm like, whoa. Like, all of a sudden, within 30 seconds, this dude was shooting his shot. And I was impressed. He was pretty smooth. I was about to say yes for her. Be like, this guy's pretty good. You should go out with him.
And he wasn't even putting a deposit in or a transaction.
He just walked up to hit on her?
Yeah. He was making a transaction.
He was trading in cash for larger bills.
Okay, tell me this.
And she seemed interested.
Good-looking dude?
Yeah, fairly good-looking, I guess.
Okay.
Probably 30-ish years old, maybe late 20s.
He's trading in bills. This would concern me.
20s for hundreds.
Oh, he's trading 20s for hundreds.
Yeah, he probably worked in the service industry or something. I don't know, whatever. So my thing was done. My transaction was done. If I had stayed any longer, it would have been pretty obvious I was eavesdropping. So I walked away not knowing her answer. I think it was trending towards yes. And as I was leaving the parking lot, I saw the dude walk into his car, and I was this close to putting down my window. Like, did you get the digits?
Was she giggling? Was she doing the uncomfortable giggle?
She was, a little bit of uncomfortable giggle, but I think that's because she's at work and possibly next to her manager. So you don't want to be giving your numbers out to people on the job,
well,
really.
Well, he offered to take her to lunch, right?
Yeah.
She didn't have to give her number.
She didn't.
She could say, meet me at...
I really want to know how this ended because I think it was trending towards a yes, but I've never seen that blatant of an ask out somebody at their job before.
Did you catch her name on her?
I didn't. No.
You didn't?
So
what bank was it again there, James?
It was the PNC in Chestnut Hill.
PNC Chestnut Hill was their little matchmaking yesterday.
We need a scouting report.
Yeah, we need something.
Somebody from that bank is listening.
I was pulling for my man. He was on point.
I don't understand, Pat, and you seem like you would have been this guy at your time. I don't understand why so many guys are afraid to talk to girls.
I have a buddy it's not even talking to girls.
Cooties.
It's being so direct and to the point within a minute where you're like,
yeah, but you know
wow.
what, though? I think you're more likely to get a yes in that situation.
Probably.
Because you've disarmed them.
Yeah, it depends, for sure. I've had girls where I flat out just told them, like, after giving me an attitude, like, all right, you're not that hot. Because they have that attitude of, like, I don't need to talk to you.
Oh.
And it's like,
you just
okay.
did the Addie voice. Did Addie hit on you before she married Jamie?
No, I asked her if she wanted to go to lunch at a PNC bank, and Addie said no.
Wasn't that the Addie voice?
Here's what I find amazing, though. He strolls up there. He wants cash to turn into bigger bills. She can see his finances.
Oh,
she
yes,
can see how much money he's got in his account.
Right.
She
well,
might be
maybe that's
making
why
a
he was
business
confident.
Decision here.
You know what's weird is that Pat said that
point.
this morning. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
That when I put in my card,
So you want to hear?
I type it in.
You want to hear a story about an ex-flyer that has to do with this exact thing?
I think I know exactly where you're going.
He was at McFadden's at the ballpark many moons ago, and he went to the ATM, made a cash withdrawal, which showed his balance. He walked up to one of the beer tub girls
I remember
with his number on it and said, "Why don't you give me a call?" with like $6 million in his checking account or something.
So I tried that with $6 in my bank account.
Here's the
I
other
did not
thing:
get a call back.
you're a flyer,
Yeah.
so you're probably like in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
You may not be handsome.
Yeah,
A lot of
hockey players are a
A lot of
handsome
hockey players though
bunch.
look like their faces are like a ransom though.
We're not talking Phil Kessel here.
But I'm saying,
guy looks like he loves a hot dog.
but I'm saying
He can taste
that
that
to
very
me,
offensively.
you need to throw money around when you're a professional athlete. Come on.
There's probably a pretty good chance it works.
Wow.
Yeah. If she doesn't know who you are,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good.
It is a pretty good
introduction.
That'll
if you will.
use everything at your arsenal, right?
We know who Pat is. Pat's the host of Game Time, and Coach has cooked up just a sneaky Game Time for you today with fantastic prizes, including gifts from Wendy's. We have $50 Wendy's gift cards. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Go to Wendy's. Wendy's is taking care of you. So we've got gift cards and more. Game Time comes your way next. Line up at 610-632-0975 on the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. A little gift-giving wisdom for you. Dads want steaks. And if your dad is hard to buy for, you're going to take care of Father's Day today for just $99. Type Fanatic in the search bar and go to Omaha Steaks. When you go to omahasteaks.com, the Dads Want Steaks package. This is an amazing, absolute offer for you, and just $99. We're talking about the smoky, tender, bacon-wrapped filet mignons, gourmet jumbo franks, air-grilled, the air-chilled boneless chicken breasts, and 4 delicious caramel apple tartlets. I said camel again. It's caramel. It doesn't have big lumps in it. This is the caramel apple tartlets, and they're awesome. You get 16 of those entrees, so 4 of each. Plus, they're going to throw in 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers that are absolutely amazing. All that for just $99. Type Fanatic in the search bar when you want to order at omahasteaks.com. Get the Dads Want Steaks package. You're going to get that all for $99. It'll be the best steak of your life from Omaha Steaks. Type in Fanatic. $99. Do it for Dad today.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, so you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time only, get 3 months on us.
Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to learn more. And 6/22/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet security edge. One voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
Tired of paying more and getting less? T-Mobile believes customers should get more without worrying about their bill. That's right. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff. And what does that mean? It's like expecting this and getting this. Expecting this and getting this. At T-Mobile, you get more. Like more 5G bars in more places and more savings. So your family saves 20% with Essentials versus AT&T and Verizon. Plus, we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our Price Lock Guarantee. So, would you rather have this or this? The answer's simple. Switch to T-Mobile today and see for yourself what more feels like.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. 20% savings with 2 to 4 lines on Essentials versus comparable plans. Features may vary. Price lock for rate plan, talk, text, and data on qualifying lines. See terms at T-Mobile.com.
Need to get away? Plan on 2 days that don't feel like the other 5. And do it right here in your own backyard. Check out places you haven't been to in years and explore new spots that you keep meaning to get to, but don't. Pair the Bell, the Hall, and a cheesesteak with James Beard-affiliated restaurants. Art at every turn. Beer gardens galore and a spellbinding exhibit or two. Pack light, plan big. For Philly, your hometown adventures begin at visitphilly.com.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm not going very far. It's too uncomfortable. I'm in a hurry. Sometimes I just forget.
There's no such thing as a good excuse for not buckling up. You're not only putting yourself at risk of injury or death, it could also cost you lots of money. Cops are writing tickets, so why take the risk? Do the smart thing and start buckling up every trip, day or night. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? Quality oil like Mobil 1 Full Synthetic can help you get more out of every mile. Got an older vehicle? Try Mobil 1 Full Synthetic High Mileage. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $37.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,000 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
AAA Distributor has in-stock kitchen, bath, and flooring products for all your remodeling needs. Located on Grant Avenue near the Northeast Philadelphia Airport, AAA Distributor is open to the public but offers wholesale prices. Pick up your kitchen today at AAA Distributor, AAAdistributor.com.
Enjoy Wildwood's summer fun at Morey's Pier with the Fanatics Deal of the Week. One same-day ride and water park combo ticket for just $70. That's unlimited rides on all 3 piers, the Surfside Amusement Pier, the Mariners Amusement Pier, and Adventure Amusement Pier, and both big water parks, the Ocean Oasis Water Park and Beach Club and Raging Waters Water Park. Those 6 beach blocks of fun for $70 is only available now through Sunday or while supplies last at 975thefanatic.com. Keyword deal. This is how we summer.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
The Sixers and their fan base hang out here every morning on the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on the Fanatic. Jamie's having himself a day, man. He got some good stuff today. Getting a lot of compliments on social media.
Oh, yeah?
Joe thought that you broke Bob Cooney's corner early, and he thought you
great answer.
He thought you had. It was an excellent answer.
I was proud of him. I don't get upset at that.
And neither one of us thought of the answer.
I did not have Jeff Garcia in my mind a little bit.
No, not even in the least.
Don't they kind of remind you of each other? I was breaking it down like somebody's arm, this guy's feet, this guy's awareness. I'm breaking it down like that, and you just came up, beep.
We've never even, his name has never even come up in any discussion we've had.
Because it was what was it, a year and a half?
Year and a half, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, when you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Go to Wendy's, grab a Dave's Double. Taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's. Fresh beef's available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. And I want to remind you that Ricky Bottalico comes out of the bullpen on a Wendy's Thursday, coming up at 9. And Pat's going to have some Wendy's gift cards to give away in game time.
It's Thursday at 8:30, which means game time. Today we are playing Ripped from the Headlines. True or false? Now here's your master of ceremonies, Pat Egan.
Hi, Pat.
Hey, Pat. A little lazy, Coach. Usually it's like the man who's been in many headlines for all the wrong reasons or something. I mean, you really mailed that in.
Sometimes under other names.
Jesus, man, be better. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not doing that again. Okay, so yes, Rip from the Headlines. I'm going to give you gentlemen a headline. You just have to tell me if it's real or fake. The caller is going to decide if he agrees with you or disagrees with you.
Okay.
The caller has the final say. Prizes this week are really good. We have a $50 Wendy's gift card. We have a pair of tickets to go see Leonard Skinner on Saturday, June 11th at the PPL Center in Allentown. We have a pair of tickets to see Train with Jewel and Blues Travelers on June 14th at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion.
I crushed on Jewel hard.
The BB&T, formerly the Tweeter.
Oh, yeah, she was crushable.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on digital, and everybody who plays is going to get a pair of passes to see Netflix's new film Hustle early this next Tuesday. It's June 7th at the Philadelphia Film Center.
Can't wait to see that.
610-632-0975 if you want to get in. Let's start off with Adam in Kensington. Adam, you are going to be playing with John Kincade. John, the headline I am going to give you is American Airlines removes passenger who won't stop doing pull-ups. Is that a real headline or a fake headline?
I believe it's a fake headline.
Adam, do you agree with him or disagree?
I disagree.
All right, let's find out.
That was a real headline.
Adam
wins. Good job, Adam.
Adam does win. John, you were wrong. Yes, American Airlines removes passenger who won't stop doing pull-ups mid-flight. Somewhere between Phoenix and Boston, a gentleman stood from his seat and started doing pull-ups on the overhead bin repeatedly, even when asked to stop by passengers and crew members. But when you got to get your workout in, you got to get your workout in.
Why were passengers asking him to stop?
Because nobody wants to see a dude, get
You don't
ripped.
want your wife stolen by the guy flexing his muscles on the flight, right? He's probably putting out the vibe. Everybody got nervous.
I did ask Connor why he didn't make it to Phoenix, and that's what he...
What's Adam winning?
Adam is going to win a $50 Wendy's gift card as well as a pair of passes to see Netflix new film Hustle on Tuesday, June 7th.
Great job,
at the
Adam.
Philadelphia Film Center. Adam Sandler stars as a down-on-his-luck basketball scout that discovers a once-in-a-lifetime player. Streaming on Netflix June 8th, but it should say it stars Anthony Gargano.
Yes, it does.
Who is featured prominently in this movie, our own Anthony Gargano.
Did I hear that Adam may be in town for this?
He's not.
He is not. Okay.
He's not. He's filming a sequel to another Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
But it's really good, though.
Okay,
really good. Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Brian, you're going to play with your New Jersey brethren, Bob Cooney. Bob,
All right, Bri.
Bob, the headline I'm going to give you is boy finds 75-pound hamster in backyard while burying a dead cat. Is that true or false?
I'm going to say that's false, Mr. Egan. What do you think, Bri?
Bri?
I'll ride with Bob.
Let's find out.
That was a fake headline.
Yeah, way to go, Brian.
Yeah, that's not real. 75 pounds, that's where you lost him, Coach.
Can a hamster be 75 pounds?
Exactly.
No, I mean, they can't?
I don't think so.
Could they be 10?
Yeah, they could be 10.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but you get
Brian
them on,
over in Jersey, you got the big hamsters?
You get them on Capelle Health, and they slim down pretty quickly. Brian, you're going to win a pair of tickets to see Leonard Skinner on Saturday, June 11th at the PPL Center in Allentown. Get tickets at pplcenter.com, 610-632-0975 if you want to play with us. Let's go to John in the Northeast. John, you were playing with Jamie Lynch, okay?
What do you say, bro?
Let's go, John.
Jamie, your headline is a train left 25 seconds early in Japan. The company wants everyone to know it's really, really sorry. Is that true or false?
I'm going to say true.
All right, John, do you agree?
I want to agree with Jamie there. Yes, sir.
That was a real headline.
Yeah, sweet.
It was indeed a real headline.
I thought I knew that they were very apologetic culture. I could be wrong.
I wish SEPTA took notes. Travelandleisure.com.
Wait a minute. In China this was?
Yes.
An apologetic culture?
No, I'm sorry, in Japan.
Japan, yes.
Travelandleisure.com had a story in February that a train in Japan closed their doors and pulled away a mere 25 seconds early. The early departure apparently caused one person to miss their train and resulted in the company issuing a strong apology for the severe inconvenience. SEPTA would have told you, too bad.
Come on.
Yeah,
they would have.
Yeah, no, they would have.
They probably would have laughed at
John, you were going to end up winning a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on digital, now available on digital rated PG from Paramount Pictures, and, of course, the Patsy Netflix's new film Hustle on Tuesday, June 7th.
All right.
Let's keep it rolling with Mike in Gloucester City. Mike, you were playing with John Kincade.
What's up, Mikey?
What's going on, John? How you doing, buddy?
All right, we're going to match wits here. Here we go.
John, the headline I'm giving you is a blind man spends $5,000 at a strip club on 110 private dances. Is that real or fake?
I say it's real.
All right, Mike, do you agree?
I'm going to agree with John.
That was a fake headline.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Mike, and both of you, Mike and John, do the math here. $5,000, 110 private, more. It's more money than that.
Well, I mean, Mike, we're good men. We're not.
He's blind. He probably wants to do the
Mike
braille.
Mike and I have never had to pay women to dance for us.
Never not once. Can I ask Pat a question?
Yeah, sure. And guess what?
Pat,
if you get this right, Mike, you're going to win something.
Okay. Listen, so my kid is into hockey. I've never been into hockey. Dude, his glove stinks so bad. You're a hockey guy.
Yeah.
How do I stop that?
You can't.
Wait a minute. Let's give him something,
You
though, for
can't.
that.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a pair.
We're
of
going to give you
tickets
some
to train.
Febreze, Mike.
You should get those charcoal bags that you're supposed to put in sneakers. It's supposed to absorb smell and keep it in.
How about those little...
It's not going to fix it, but it might help.
Mike, I'll actually wash my gloves because it's one of the few items you can wash. You just don't put them in the dryer. Dryer sheets will help, but honestly, man, you're in for a long career. Your car's going to
How
stink.
about the, I used to have the posts on the back where you could put them outside and let them air out outside.
Yeah, it only goes so far.
But when it gets cold, you can't do that.
Mike is going to win a pair of tickets to see Train with Jewel and Blues Traveler on June 14th at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Get tickets, Ticketmaster.com. Let's go to the last one.
All
Let's go
right.
to Bill in Quakertown. Bill, you're going to end up playing with Bob Cooney. All right?
All right, here we go, Cooney.
All right, let's go, Bill.
Bob, your headline is Philadelphia man claims he can tackle a Philadelphia Eagles legend while driving shirtless in his car to work. Is that real or fake?
Here in this office, it might be real, but I'm going to overall say it's fake.
Bill, do you agree or disagree?
I'm going to agree with Bob.
All right, let's find out.
That was a fake headline.
All right, way to go, Bill.
Yes, gentlemen, the blog has not picked up that story quite yet. I'm sure it's coming in the
You mean Crossing
next
Broad
edition
isn't all
of
over
Radio
that one?
Wars. It'll be Connor Thomas thinks he can tackle Brian Westbrook. But, Bill, you're going to end up winning a, let's see what we're going to give you here, a $50 Wendy's gift card.
That's a good deal.
All right, when you want to get hot and juicy hamburger, go to Square, go to Wendy's, and that is game time. We do have a few more, though.
All right, let's do it. We'll just play along.
Throw them to
Sure.
you guys? Yeah,
Absolutely.
So,
Jamie?
we'll go to Jamie here. Woman boards flight to find her seat assignment is in the plane's lavatory.
I'm going to go true.
That is indeed true. According to Travel and Leisure, one woman wasn't lucky. On board a Lion Air flight, she discovered that her seat 35F didn't actually exist. The rows ended at 34. Her assigned seat then was technically the bathroom. By
the way,
scrambled and found her another seat after she took to social media to share the mix-up. Tell you right now, if you hit up Vince Rizzuto from Philly Sports Trips, this never would have been an issue for her, but she didn't.
No, never. I look at the seating chart. When you book a flight, I pick a seat then.
Yeah, usually.
Immediately.
I like to do it right
and
away.
I never want to be near the toilets.
No.
Can't have it.
Well, John, soccer referee, yellow cards player, then takes selfie with Brazil legend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. In the second half of the 2019 soccer match, Philadelphia legend Kaká was dribbling down the field when a referee blew her whistle, stopped the game for a moment, gave the 37-year-old a yellow card. Kaká was so confused, and then the ref took out her phone and asked for a selfie.
I have an autographed Kaká jersey.
Westchester man changed his name to Leo DiCaprio and scores big on 3 dating websites.
Westchester? Probably. There's creeps out there. I'll say, yeah.
Yeah, this is creepy but genius, and it is true, according to Match.com. Westchester man named Jackson McNulty legally changed his name to Leo DiCaprio, scored over 750 matches on 3 different dating sites in a 24-hour period.
But wait.
He asked for and received over 250 risque photos from his matches. Once the sites realized the issue, though, they discontinued his accounts.
Yeah, but if his real name is Leo DiCaprio, he could sue them.
Yeah, it's...
He could sue them if that's his real
I think
name.
when you get 250 risque photos, you don't need to sue. You got what you came for.
I would say that if you change your name to Leo DiCaprio, though, that's a thing. Now, I know some McNultys.
I know a McNulty.
I'm hoping it's not any of the McNultys that I know that would do that, but it is sort of ingenious. Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. They've got innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. If you were going to change your name to something, what would you change your name? Because I've thought about giving myself, now that Pennsylvania does not allow me to use my confirmation name as my middle name.
I'd go with former 1800s baseball great Titcomb.
That's what you'd be?
Titcomb Lynch.
That would be your name?
I think that's.
Name,
I think it flows. Yeah.
What about you, Bobby? If you were changing your name to something,
I would just go with a one-word name,
like Cher,
like Kaká.
Is Kaká one word or is that
Kaká,
hyphenated?
yeah. It's one word, isn't it?
Yeah, Kaká.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho Cooney would be perfect.
I think that's good. That works for me.
I think I'd change my name to Ricky Batalico.
That's pretty good.
You think so?
I don't think it'd be bad.
There'd be places where you were welcome and places you weren't before you even got started. I mean,
I didn't think about that aspect of it. I'd like to change it to John Kincade.
All right, well, let's go. No, you don't want that. Let's get into Cooney's Corner, though. John has a wish, and I've talked about it. And
no,
it's all right. And Bob wants to.
Our perfect show just ended.
Bob may grant my wish.
That was awesome.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So, you hear the news about Gene Segura yesterday, and he's going to be out for quite a while. My first thoughts, John,
12 weeks,
went right to you.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Kincaid's going to get his wish. The Phillies are going to throw out a lineup that's going to include Bohm and Stott and Moniak. All right, let's see it happen. Let's see what goes on here. And then Joe Girardi fills out his lineup card yesterday and puts Odubel Herrera in center field.
Yep. I'm not, Bob, because of the fact is that Joe Girardi may feel so secure in his job that he just says, screw you.
Maybe.
And screw all of you.
And you know what? Look, the move worked yesterday.
It did work yesterday.
Herrera had a couple of hits. I don't know what his numbers were against the starting pitcher. I know Joe knows all that stuff, whatever. But, all right, I agree with you. I kind of want to see it also. I understand maybe that you don't want to do it right now because are you going to give yourself a legit shot to make a wild card if you do throw 3 young kids out there? But I'll ask you guys this. If you were in the position, what would you do? Would you have balls enough to do it? You're 6 games out of playoff contention with the wild card. I mean, it's a tough time to just say, yeah, but you know what? We got to give the kids a shot. What would you do?
I know what I'd do. I'd want 2022 to set me up for 2023.
All right.
I want the youth to be served, and I want to know. I want to have an idea. Are the young players sinking or swimming? And that's what I want.
Well,
No
if
question.
that's the case, how about if I said to you, okay, John, you want to do that? We're going to tell Bryce to go get operated on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm Bryce Harper and I see they're going to 3 young kids, and he and Stott are very good friends, and they do their gaming together and all that, and I'm not saying that Bryce Harper doesn't believe that these kids can do something, and Bohm has had a decent year, but are you starting to say, like, what am I doing? I can't even play the field with this elbow. I might as well go get taken care of. Like, Jamie, if you were the manager, what would you do? Would you have the guts to put these 3 kids in the lineup?
Yeah, I'd probably play Stott a little bit at second base. Because why not?
I would put Stott at second base and say it's yours until Sikora gets back.
Yeah, I'd say, you got 10 to 12 weeks. Go earn a job, kid. I still platoon Moniak and Odubel as much as I hate Odubel until he proves that he's capable of full out stealing the job. I just think that's a lot of pressure still on a young kid. So I'd keep platooning them. I'd love to upgrade and get a trade in here for a center fielder. If Adidi's coming back, I'd put him at short, Bohm at third, Stott at second, and just...
Didi's coming back, yeah.
I mean, you don't have a lot of options here. You need a middle infielder, and he's coming back, so at least that's something.
Didi's coming back.
I mean, I don't think anybody's excited about it.
And he's super cute, Nick Maton. Olivia Kincade analysis.
That's good analysis.
He's super cute.
You're not getting that on this show.
No, I mean, seriously. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I know, like the herky-jerky thing of, he's not playing his position again. This kind of, your hand was forced a little bit. So I feel really better about that.
I mean, it's not like they took a second baseman and put him in the center field.
No, they tried that before, Pat. It just didn't work. But it is because, as easy as it is for us to say it, and we talked about it, throw the kids out there, let them get experience, and you have veterans surrounding them, they should be okay. But because your record is what it is, and because you're so far out, even of the wild card spot at 6 games, not so far out, that's a tough call to make because you want to try to do everything you can to win every game, without saying, well, this is a growing process. So it's a tough decision, tougher than just saying, guys, go in there and play. And I think the Bryce Harper reaction is real.
Yeah, it is a tougher decision.
Yeah, I think the Bryce Harper reaction is real. I do think he'd be one of the guys I'd go to and ask their opinion on it if I was the manager.
Well, I mean, you have to, right? I mean,
yeah, I think so. Especially when he's playing through that.
Plus, he's the general manager, too.
Exactly. Probably the best general manager this team's had.
Yes. With some of his great signings, I mean, it's been really important to have that in there.
Yeah.
GM Bryce.
I agree.
GM Bryce.
Pretty much agree with just about every move he's wanted to make.
Yeah, it's been great.
I mean,
it's really working.
Hasn't been bad.
Signed JT's working out beautifully.
I don't think he's as bad as you think he is.
Mm-hmm. And
I think he hurt you at some point.
And we'll have 3 more years of it
That's fine.
to watch it. Because I'm sure there's going to be a huge upswing.
There's the tradable contract.
I mean, I don't...
That's not a tradable contract.
Yeah, it is a tradable contract. What are you talking about? It's not tradable. They traded... David Price was traded. And that contract is horrible. That contract's probably
That's one of the top 5.
David Price is terrible contract.
And he was traded.
David Price is a terrible contract. And I do believe pitchers are different than paying catchers. Who doesn't pay? Major League Baseball teams don't tend to pay catchers.
Team is looking for an offensive catcher.
Yeah, and most teams, when he was on the market, he didn't find bites.
But that wasn't because
he didn't find as big of bites.
He didn't find length of time.
Right. Yeah, that's a bigger bite.
Nobody was going to go. No one was going to go.
Well, if you're JT, are you going to take a 3-year deal or a 5-year deal?
Yeah, but you just said it.
No, he did. He took the one team that would give him 5.
Because it's the obvious move.
He's up in 3 years, so some team that was willing to give him 3 is now willing to give him 3.
No, because they were willing to give him 3 when he had the 2 years here that he played already.
You're out of here.
Here's what I'll say. Here's something with Bob. And you and I always come to heads on this one, Bob. The idea is that to me, best practices matter. If I was a general manager and I'm in free agency and I'm talking to a guy, and it's clear across Major League Baseball, even that every insider has it, no teams are willing to go 4 years on a guy in free agency, and that's the holdup on him signing a deal, then I'd never offer him 5. Like, I mean, and you always say, I worry about what's best for my team and not it. But doesn't best practices bother you? Like if in free agency, no one tends to really overpay for catchers. It's not overpaying for catchers is not a baseball thing. But if one team does it not matter to you? Because in some ways you make a lot of sense with it.
Yeah, of course it matters. You want to make the best decision possible. But here's, I think, the holdup is that managers, coaches, general managers, look, there's a very high percentage of egotism there. Is egotism a word?
I don't
know.
so.
Egotistical people that have those jobs. So they may look at 31 other managers and say, or whatever, and say, general managers say, yeah, they're wrong. I know I'm right on this one. So I'll get everybody on this, and I'll give him 5 years, and I'll pay that money, and watch how good it's going to pay off for me, and everybody else is going to be wrong.
Egotism is a word. The patience of talking and thinking about oneself excessively because of an undue sense of self-importance. Yeah.
So
I didn't know that was really a word, though.
I didn't either.
I did not.
When in doubt, go to
that's
Jamie.
2 words today.
Well, contiguous, I knew.
See?
I did not know that one, though. No, I'm saying it's 2 words for me today.
Yeah.
I did not know contiguous.
Let's keep it going.
Is soft G or a hard G? I thought it was contiguous.
Is it
now you're
contiguous?
going contiguous?
Yeah, it's contiguous.
This
contiguous.
Bugs. You guys don't
Jamie with your words again.
Contiguous.
You guys don't say it. This bugs the hell
But he
out of
also
Coach.
says helicopter and crown.
Wait, what bugs
Jamie.
Coach? Because I want to make sure I do it more. What?
Yeah, you don't see it. It
Wait a
bugs the hell out of Coach when you guys butcher contiguous.
Bob Whistle.
What doesn't bother Coach?
Bob Whistle.
Great question.
Yeah, everybody whistle. Coach loves whistling.
Coach hates whistling.
Start eating on the air, boys.
Coach hates the whistle.
Who's got a Clementine for me?
I'm tapping my feet.
Coach,
Grab
if
the
you,
microphone, Jamie.
Coach,
Start
wait.
manhandling that John.
Coach, you are on you're on the tarmac. I'm giving Coach knows stuff. Coach, you're on the tarmac. You haven't taken off yet. But everybody's seated on the plane. And someone on the plane is whistling. In your general area, do you out loud say something like, "Would you stop whistling, please?"
Well, if I had headphones, I would put my headphones on first.
So you just forget about
And
that.
if I could hear it through the headphones, then I'd ask the flight attendant if I could move seats.
Wow. And then they put you in the bathroom.
If somebody's
36F.
Yeah, if somebody's whistling and tapping their foot on an airplane, I'm out.
You can't do it.
If the door's open still, I'm gone. I'll take a different flight. Yep.
He's going to take an entirely different flight. He's going to jump
He's
on
opening
anything.
up the door and they're 30,000
He said, "I'm
feet
out of
ahead."
here."
Yeah, you don't trust a whistler or a foot tapper.
Foot tapper and whistler can't do it. Just can't have it.
What if the whistling makes you tap your feet, Coach?
There you go.
Whistling a good tune.
We used to have an aggressive foot tapper here at the station.
Very aggressive?
Oh, my God, yeah.
All right. Ricky Bowe comes up. He's aggressive, and he is throwing strikes next. It's the John Kincade Show. 9 o'clock hour comes your way next on The Fanatic. You know that BetParx is an official betting partner of the PGA Tour and a proud sponsor of the Memorial that starts today in Ohio. So get into the BetParx app right now and check out special boosts and wagers for the tournament. John Rahm, 8.5 to 1. Rory McIlroy, 9 to 1. Patrick Cantlay, 12 to 1. All for the Memorial towards the top of the leaderboard, expected to be there. Golden State, a slight series favorite against Boston. Right now, you bet 159 to win 100 on Golden State. A $100 bet on the Celtics is going to return you 135 because the NBA Finals begins tonight. You will absolutely love the BetParx app. Whether you are in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, as long as you're 21 years old, download the app, use the promo code Kincade, get a risk-free bet up to $750. You're going to love it. The risk-free bet will be refunded in site credit should you lose. You look smart, though. I think you're going to win. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Listen, I like kids, but this is not a kids' environment. This is like HBO. No limits.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Do you need a new roof, but you're cringing at the thought of dealing with it because you've heard nightmare stories about contractors who won't call call back, or materials that are unavailable, or costs that are doubled because of supply chain issues. Take it from me. You have to call New Look Home Design. They will help you through the process and make shopping for a new roof easy. They always do roofing the same way. Same day on-site or virtual estimates, whatever's best for you. Transparent line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you'll be paying for, and a 3D rendering of what your new roof would look like, so there's no surprises. And most roofs, they can be installed in a week. Their team is 100% professional. There's no obligation to buy, but I am confident that after you deal with them, you'll want to give them your business. Now through June 30th, when you buy a new roof, you pay half later and the other half never. Save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. So call them today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. Or online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's nulookhomdesign.com. And tell them Andrew sent you.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage headquarters. At Wawa Siptopia, every sip is a quick trip to your happy place. Relax and lose yourself in a delicious smoothie or creamy milkshake. Recharge on the go with a new frozen coffee or frozen refresher. No matter what your favorite beverage is, here's your chance to indulge. So whether you like it hot, frozen, fruity, or caffeinated, Wawa Siptopia awaits. See store for details.
Everyone's been talking about the new Wawa burgers.
Yo, got some burgers! Yeah!
But ever since you showed up with the smoky barbecue bacon cheeseburger, the Chipotle charged Southwest burger, and the incredibly delicious nacho cheeseburger, no one said a word.
Yo, this is so good.
Tonight, we discover the next burger sensation. Tonight, we Wawa.
One would think an esports organization would stick to esports, but 100 Thieves have decided to break the mold by announcing development of their own video game. Production is yet to begin on the title, and little details have been given, but as of now, the game is being called Project X. 100 Thieves have hired Pete Hawley, former CEO of the popular studio Telltale Games, and the esports org calls this game their biggest bet yet.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
I'm not going very far. It's too uncomfortable. I'm in a hurry. Sometimes I just forget.
There's no such thing as a good excuse for not buckling up. You're not only putting yourself at risk of injury or death, it could also cost you lots of money. Cops are writing tickets, so why take the risk? Do the smart thing and start buckling up every trip, day or night. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
KFC knows that when it comes to chicken sandwiches, there's good and there's finger-licking good.
A chicken sandwich? That's good. A 100% white meat KFC chicken sandwich so delicious it forces you to rethink everything you know about sandwiches, including whether or not they even need buns, but then you remember how good a brioche bun can be and then having to rethink your rethinking? That's finger-licking good.
KFC's chicken sandwich, always served hot and crispy, in your choice of classic or spicy. Order now on the KFC app. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's finger-licking good.
Prices and product availability may vary.
Hellsberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Got It Right. Tim needed an engagement ring. He did research, listened to hints from his fiance's friends,
She wants a lab-grown, oval cut in white gold with a halo.
and he went to Hellsberg Diamonds. At Hellsberg, Tim found an incredible selection of high-quality, lab-grown, and natural diamonds. He also found the ring she really wanted.
Nailed it. She is gonna freak.
Be like Tim. Find the ring of her dreams at a Hellsberg near you or at Hellsberg.com. Ask now about special financing offers.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad. And you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Brian.
Whatever it takes.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing? On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It is a dumpster in a bag, a very unique prospect. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. We appreciate you getting in with us today. Love having you be a part of the show. Tell your family, tell your friends.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Wow, I mean, it's just so, you know.
You guys remember that YouTube hit? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I was kidding.
Hide your...
Is that social really media?
Dumb. Yes, I'm here. It really is. And we are always thrilled in the 9 o'clock hour on Thursdays when we're joined by this guy, and you never hear anything about him. His name's Ricky Patalico, and who are you brought to us by, Ricky?
Oh, my goodness. I'm brought to you by Guided Door and Window. Buy any window or door and get the second at 50% off. Plus, interest-free financing up to 18 months. Visit GoGuida.com.
That is absolutely amazing. Great to have Ricky in from the bullpen. So nothing going on in your life? You're just...
No, really. A lot of Phillies garbage, as you guys know. And it was a garbage series against the Giants.
Big win last night.
Huge.
Okay.
Actually, it was quite a savor.
So you
win
do
or
you
a
believe
savior
it is
win?
a job-saving win yesterday?
100%.
Oh gosh, that just pisses me off.
You think he was gone?
We're on this. Pat, I don't know if Ricky knows that we're on this today. We're watching all day long. We've got it set up 24/7 coverage.
I think you're going to
here. Listen,
I think you're going to be falling asleep.
We've got this set up for you. We really do. At some,
yeah, we do have it set up.
It's a Pat Egan Boris, so you got to give him like 3.5 minutes heads up.
We have it set up, and it's.
Let's hear it,
Rick. You're gonna love it, man.
Let's
when
hear
I
it.
hit it right now.
Girardi Watch 2022.
live coverage, breaking coverage. We've got everybody out and about. It's really Girardi Watch 2022. If anything happens,
I have to say this. I say there's no chance, but there's a karma chance. And here's why I was saying. I was just talking to Jamie. When did Sandberg quit? Like, just get up and quit?
2015?
16, 15?
Yeah,
whatever it was, I took my two daughters, Livy and Sophia, to the Travelers Golf Tournament. I had 3 days off.
Okay.
Go to the Travelers Golf Tournament. Sitting there about halfway through, and Courtney Holt, who worked for the Golf Channel, comes and gets me and says, you need to do a hit. I said, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
She says, no, Sandberg just quit. And I kind of laughed, chuckled, thought it was funny. It wasn't funny. I was on the driving range in about 35 minutes doing a hit for down here.
So were you late for the Pro-Am?
wasn't. I was.
Oh,
not
I thought you were. You were just watching.
I was watching golf.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just watching when your kids were there watching.
That's number one. So Sandberg quits. I'm on the golf course. Number two, right? At the end of the season over at NBC, Michael Barkan usually gets us like 3 foursomes, and all the editors and producers and on-air talent all go out there and play in a little mixed tournament. Get out there, 3 holes in, phones start blowing up. Gabe Kapler was fired.
Oh, boy.
Get into work. So that was the end of that. And today, I will be at the Ashburn Callis Foundation golf tournament.
What a fantastic event that is.
This is going to be interesting. But we will have a camera there because Johnny Clark's there, and we know Johnny Clark. He's Airport Johnny.
He has gotten really into golf, though. John has gotten a little bit. He's gotten a little bit of golf obsessed, but he's trying hard.
He's getting better. I will.
There you go. Hey, remember, if you love a hot and juicy hamburger, go to Wendy's. Ricky loves Wendy's.
Triple.
Now they're going to tell you to grab a Dave's Double. Ricky tells you to grab a triple and taste the hot, juicy, square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's to get out there. So you do believe it's where we started the show today. You do believe last night's, if they lost last night, that maybe he would have been fired?
Yes.
But isn't your decision already made at that point?
You know what?
Because it is.
All right, no. I'm going to tell you something. Think about this for a second. I want you to think about this, and I want an answer from each one of you. First question, is this Girardi's fault? Is this 100? Is this 80% Girardi's fault?
80%?
John, you go first.
It is not 80% his fault.
Bob.
Yeah, no.
Jamie.
It's not 80%.
Okay. Where does the fault lie? John. Bob.
Previous
Jamie.
management.
Dombrowski's bullpen moves.
Construction.
Yeah.
So Jamie is half
previous
right. He gets the points. No.
But Girardi doesn't help
of
it.
This team right now. How does he hurt it? He's putting in the people that he has.
No, well, like this past week, for example, he's not going to pitch guys on 3 nights, and then he does it with Familia after he says and he won't, and he doesn't do it with Sir Anthony the night before, and he tells Moniak he's going to be the consistent, he's going to get the bulk of center field, and then he benches the kid.
It's been 1 game he was off.
So why bench him his second game up?
Because he looks like a pretzel when he's swinging right now.
I just don't think Girardi's helping anything.
Well, let me
There's
put
no
it this
move
way.
he's making that's right.
You saw Moniak in spring training. He looked like Babe Ruth, right? He's not Babe Ruth.
Sure.
And when you come back, and if his swing looks a little off, you're obviously going to give him more time to practice. So don't panic, and don't make Mickey a savior.
No, he's not, and I've been saying that all week. It's just his messaging sucks.
I made the comment that the savior is here, and everybody thought I was being serious on Twitter the other night.
Because that's how people are looking at him.
And who is usually the GOAT? Is usually,
I mean, the manager's always the fall guy.
But I think it's a game-by-game decision. I know what we're looking at. We're looking at, well, let's look at these last 8 games, and then we'll figure it out from that. I think Dombrowski's looking at it game to game, and I'm pretty sure.
Did you think Nola wasn't going to have it in the 6th inning last night? After seeing him come
the second pitch, I said he's in trouble.
Okay, so if you know that, why doesn't Joe Girardi know that?
Because they don't play by that rule.
He's got no feel.
Well, that's dumb.
They don't play by eyesight.
No, not at all.
They play by all these people that are sitting in the background that don't want to be put out there.
Well, then you're fired.
Listen, they don't want to be put out there when things are going bad. Because it's not their fault when the analytics.
I'd like to hear Dombrowski talk.
Not their fault when it goes bad, but when it goes good, the analytics department did this great. This, you know what? Isn't analytics an educated guess?
Yes.
A hypothesis?
Well, a hypothesis based on statistics that you create.
Well,
many of the baseball analytics are advanced statistics that people created to try to prove a point that they already believed, and they wanted to find data to back it up.
That's wonderful that you have a point. I think that's great that you come up with a scientific evidence that what should happen. But the biggest problem here is human beings play the game.
Yep.
So
not a computer.
Where does this team stand with Girardi? It doesn't matter what we think of him, if he's the cause, the major cause, whatever. Where are the players, do you think, with him right now?
I think they're still on his side.
Okay. Well, then that's a big reason he should keep the job, probably.
Do I think that players nowadays play for their manager or play for themselves? I would say themselves.
Sure.
Well, how do you think Nick Castellanos likes getting benched 2 nights in a row for a guy that's not even a major league player?
He's got to be pissed. There's no doubt about it. I love Castellanos. If I was going to build a team, I would build them around that guy because I love his attitude.
Here's the only thing I'm going to say to you, Rick, is that the manager, you would agree, is sort of the CEO face of an organization on a daily basis.
Yes, he's on a teeter-totter. Don't get me wrong.
I get you. When he's behind a microphone, he is the most listless, lifeless man. As far as I would not be inspired to come to work for him. I would not be inspired to have him speaking for me. He is, we just try this, and you know how
they'll come around.
And says, he is so freaking lifeless.
How about what we're hearing lately? I want to see if you catch on to this. Oh, we're working really hard.
I hate that. I hate hearing that. And it's one of my hot buttons.
There,
in what? In batting practice?
That's a hot button issue for me.
By the way, you're going to tell me
congrats on doing your job.
You're going to tell me Familia has been working on getting over to first base?
He stinks.
Don't tell me you work hard when you are, especially if your paycheck annually is $100,000 plus. I never want to hear out of your damn mouth that you work hard at work. You know who works hard at work? The plumber, the doctor, the lawyer, the nurse, the cop, whoever, who's out there every single day scraping by to make a living. I don't want to hear that you work hard. People work hard. Get over it. And don't pat yourself on the back for it. And Joe Girardi, if you had a drinking game of him talking about how hard they work, the time they put in, and all this crap, whatever you're doing, you're working wrong. They're working incorrectly.
Well,
they're
you're
not
saying
the time
wrong,
the time they're putting in isn't yielding results, so they should be doing different things with that time.
You switch it up.
Yes.
You switch it up, but I'll tell
try
you right
something
now,
different.
Pitchers' fundamental practice, we used to do them every first day back, homestand. We would do it. If there was a mess up, you would do it the next day again. And getting over to first base, I don't know what you would be thinking because your whole mentality when you throw a pitch and the ball goes to the right side,
boom,
break to first base.
Yeah.
That's it is. It's automatic.
You know how easy it is as a right-handed pitcher? You're throwing the ball forward and your body's kind of falling that way anyways because of
it's
last
lapping
swing
your
over.
right leg over and just getting there.
I mean, it's a simple move. I don't care if the ball's hit like a missile over there and you know it's going to be a double. You still break the first base because even if it goes to the corner, you got plenty of time to go back up somewhere else. It's a joke. It's a joke. These guys do not know mentally the game anymore.
Okay,
and I'm not saying everybody, but there are a good handful of players on each team that the baseball IQ is extremely low.
So doesn't that fall on Girardi? I mean, to put a guy out there, Odubel makes a play in 2 weeks ago in center field that T-ball center fielders make, and he's out there the next night. There has to be a point of accountability where your ass is on the bench. Charlie did it to J-Raw. I mean, it's been done to much better players than Odubel before.
Oh, well, Odubel's done it a million times.
Yeah, why is he on this team?
Because the excuse is, he's still learning the position.
Give me a break.
Doing
well,
this,
too, if the bad base running is going to get you, like was what J-Roll sometimes got in trouble for lax. Okay,
lazy base running, not bad.
So if he's going to do that, he'd have to pull Harper, too.
No, Harper's is
2 or 3
aggressive.
times a year.
There's a big difference between what Harper does and what J-Raw would do.
Yeah, but there's also a thing called overly aggressive.
Yes.
And he has way more positives than he does negatives on the base path.
I don't.
So you live with it. If there's more positives than negatives, then you live with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But I mean, with Odubel, everybody in the ballpark knew he was going to try to steal again, and he wasn't very smart. I mean, let's face it, a bad throw into left field is the only thing that saved him yesterday.
I got more
Girardi.
Girardi
That's the
hate.
only thing.
Was Gene Segura supposed to bunt in that situation the other night? The guy has never played less than 125 games in his career. Do you think that was called in?
Well, let me put
because he got hurt.
What do you mean called in?
Yes,
what do you mean
it was a called bunt.
Yes, it was not.
And now he's hurt for 10 to 12 weeks.
Guys, so what?
Guy's never missed time in his career.
Baseball
he's your
player.
best hitter.
Learn how to freaking
It's not a bunt situation, really.
By the way, I could bunt in the big leagues. How hard was that?
I'm just saying the guy's never been hurt.
By the way, point number 1, don't keep your hand exposed.
So you know he's not a good bunter.
I never understood that, how you handle a bat so much in your life that you don't.
On your finger, and you're not exposed.
Shouldn't the manager know who can bunt and can't bunt?
Are you kidding me? He's a number 2 hitter. You better know how to
Jamie,
bunt.
you better know how to bunt at the 2-hole in Major League Baseball.
Clearly, if he's putting his fingers on the front side of the bat, he doesn't know how to bunt.
Well, then that's
fundamentals.
That is on Gene Segura.
Everything goes back to baseball IQ. Who's that reflect on?
But that's on Gene Segura.
Then blow up the whole team. They're all idiots. There's got to be accountability.
By the way, I think your last point was better than the one you first made.
I think they're all great, Rick. He sucks. Get him out of here.
He's hot and bothered today.
Hey, I respect your opinion, and I understand where you're coming from. I understand exactly exactly what angles you're coming at. He could go today. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I can tell you, I don't think they are in.
I could be 100% wrong.
I think
he's terrible.
I don't think they're in connection with their fan base either. I don't think they hear what the fan base thinks about their product right now.
Watch this. Let me throw this back.
I'm okay with that.
Do you think the fan base is connected? Are they connected with this team?
As far as yes, here's the only reason I'm going to tell
you. A lot of people left the other night in a tie game.
They did.
Last night's first pitch, it was.
But what I'm going to tell you is that
6 o'clock.
I can tell by local TV numbers across Major League Baseball, the local fan base is still very connected to Phillies baseball.
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah, I mean, they always watch.
So to me, they want to feel good about this team. They want to feel like this team's going to go in the right direction. And they don't.
Who are the connecting pieces on this team?
Bryce Harper.
You got to take Bryce out of this because he's been here and he's all about the Philly Fanatic and people love him.
And that's it.
That's an unfair statement to say Bryce Harper.
That's it.
Who else?
That's
I like Castellanos.
And he's still new.
He has endeared himself to you?
No, not really, but I like his attitude and
Well, we like his
aggressiveness.
attitude. There's no doubt we like his attitude. I'm talking somebody you could grasp.
Reese, I want to see moved. I mean, I'm just over it.
I think everybody's I think there's a lot of people, and I know, you know what? I know Reese wants to be here, but I think for the good of the team.
Better for both parties.
Yeah, I think at some point it's going to end up being better for
What
both.
are those statues on the island out in the South Pacific with the big nose face and they just sit there? You know what I'm talking
Totem?
about?
Not Totem.
No.
The Clown Islands?
Yeah, I forget what the hell the
Maldives?
name. That's JT Realmuto. Like he's a stone, just like mountain. There's no personality.
You can't connect
There's
to
no
him.
nothing. He hasn't endeared himself to me in 3 years.
I like him.
Go ask for an autograph. Hey, Score. Have your checkbook.
Have Venmo ready.
Score amazing savings on new countertops at Colonial Marble and Granite. You can get a fully installed quartz, marble, or granite countertop for $19.99 with zero money down and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Our friends at Colonial Marble and Granite. Boy, the passion that they get, though, still speaks to it. I know Joe in South Philly wants to jump in. Joe, good morning. You're on The Fanatic. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How you guys doing? Good talk.
Good, Joe.
Good. I wanted to ask Ricky, because he's a ball player. Does he think that Girardi cannot manage this team or manage a team with the analytics?
I'm not so sure there is a manager out there that can manage a team with the analytics. You're outnumbered to start with all these people that are crunching. We'll call it crunching the numbers behind the scenes, and I'm not so sure that certain people don't throw in examples of lineups that should be in each night.
I'll tell you right now, Bob. There's a manager who is I guess he's still with the Marlins, Freddie Gonzalez, from locally here, and Freddie Gonzalez in his last year or so of managing the Atlanta Braves, I know for a fact that he was sort of given the suggested lineup every day from analytics.
Can I ask you a question?
From Frank Renz.
If you guys were the manager and you
That
were
would piss me
handed
off.
it, I would put it in the corner of the dugout, and
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you would not see that there.
it's a question I got on Twitter. We all got it on Twitter from Christy Likes Beer. She says,
Hi,
honest
Christy.
question, how much control does Girardi have over the lineup? Is Dombrowski pulling a Klentak and writing the lineup himself?
I don't believe he does.
I can't
find that hard to
I can't
believe.
see that with Joe. I just can't. I think there are suggestions of who should be in the lineup on those certain days. And the other thing is you will hear the manager say is we went over what we think we should do. We. Whatever happened? Why are you the manager if it's not I?
Well, don't you want a guy though who takes input?
Input's fine.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Input's fine.
Okay.
By the way, analytics have always been around. I hate to burst everybody's bubble.
Sure. Guess what? When
It was
somebody
just
invented rebounds as a statistic, analytics was around.
Always around.
Right?
I think some of them, they've gone so far that it's almost comical.
Yeah.
To the fact that who hit a fly ball and said in the post-game press conference, I hit the right launch angle and it
I don't give
should
a
have
damn
had
what they-
enough miles per hour off the bat to go out of the ballpark and it didn't.
It's ridiculous.
That proves analytics wrong then. doesn't it?
And that is too another thing where you get now.
Did we forget about wind?
Players try to tell you that that you'll have organizations that will try to tell you, well, strikeouts don't matter.
That's a bunch
and they'll also
look
tell
at
you
the Mets.
batting average doesn't matter.
That's Kyle Schwarber's PR team telling you.
Yeah, right?
Batting average doesn't matter.
Look at the Mets. They
And
don't
look-
hit
and
the ball extremely hard, but they put the ball in play.
And Melvin and Myron in a back room
came up with the number. They give, strikeouts do not matter anymore.
Yeah,
they really don't. We've come up with the metrics here to show you where strikeouts don't matter. That I want baseball people, baseball players, baseball managers, baseball executives, guys who have grown up in the game telling me what matters. I don't want MIT guys telling me what matters because they don't know. They don't know.
Right.
They don't know it. They don't have a feel for it.
You're absolutely 100%. I agree with you because if you haven't been on the field and you haven't seen what it looks like on the field, how would you know? It's not that easy. I mean, to be completely honest with you, the game is never easy. On both ends, pitching, defense, it's never easy. Ball's being hit at you at 110 miles an hour, try making that play. But these are major leaguers. These are guys that are supposed to make that play. You know what other thing is crap? You want to hear crap? How about that fly ball that Odubel hit in New York? And what's his Plummer? Tries sliding to catch it when he should have just stood there and catch the ball? They give that a double. Why do you think Major League Baseball is doing this now?
Because of the average.
I don't think. I got to say, I don't think any official scorer is that stupid to call that a double. But that was called a double, and if you look around the league, they will take away errors from everybody, and especially
you think it's a mandate?
If it doesn't add on an earned run. It's happened to the Phillies. I know 4 or 5 times that it should have been an error, and they end up giving them a hit because it didn't cost the pitcher any earned runs after the fact. I think a lot of these numbers are skewed now.
You playing some golf today?
I am.
We're going to play with today?
Who am I playing with?
No, what are you playing at today?
What do you mean?
Where are you playing golf today?
The Ardley Country Club.
Because somebody was asking, is Ricky playing golf today? He looks like he's playing golf. Steve says he's watching on the YouTube, so wave to Steve. Steve says Ricky looks like he's playing golf today. So you're going to play some golf today.
Steve-O.
There you go. Looks like you're going to play golf today. I don't think Ricky looks different than any other week you're in here.
Oh, it's just because I have a collar.
Oh, that could be too.
Well, so Ricky is playing about golf. You too, and you.
All of us.
I'm playing today. I'm playing.
Not you, Pat.
Chester Valley today.
Rick, you playing golf
in the member guest with my buddy Steve. And but you asked, is that the course with the plane on it? That was St. David.
I was kidding.
That was St. David's yesterday.
A plane comes fine too, which is nice.
I wonder if the pilot yelled 4 when he was coming in.
Oh, that's not even funny.
He's fine. He's all right. Everything's good.
Are you
from
doing?
Ambler?
This plane is trashed.
I thought he was 7.
Got insurance for that?
Now
right?
the thing is, though,
okay, you're flying a plane.
Is
You're
there
okay.
an age?
His lie was all right. He could approach the green flag.
I think the guy flying was 70.
Oh, is that right?
Was flying the plane?
Yes. I saw it on the news yesterday. I didn't read much.
And are you do you believe that there should be you get to a certain age, you have to retake your licenses for things?
Driving licenses, absolutely.
My mom used to say that she would go get her license. She drove till she was 89.
There's certain things.
And she would get her license.
There's certain things you really notice. Merging is becoming a problem, and I don't think old people can merge. So,
you don't think it's at some point they can't merge?
They can't merge. And I know
Is that the first thing to go, the merge?
I know younger kids cannot merge.
I don't think
no.
It is panic time. It is brakes. That's where. Think about how many times people get rear-ended in a car.
Because they're going to emerge.
Because people are merging and they slam on the brakes on you for no reason.
It happened to me leaving Stonehenge. I rear-ended a guy because he went to go and just jammed on the brakes, and I was driving a stick
shift. Did you hit
the
rock and didn't go down like a domino?
People have to keep putting up signs now. I've noticed at a couple of these spots. Keep moving. There's signs that I've never seen before.
Why isn't there a ticket for this?
Keep moving on a merge, and it says this lane, or it either says keep moving or this lane keep moving, because they must have so many accidents where people are merging and they don't know how to do
certain
it.
States, I think you have to pass that now in driver's ed.
Good.
We'll see what Ricky Bone knows coming up. Plus,
great.
In our attack management segment, somebody around here said something, and Pat Egan brought it up this morning, and it was funny. We'll get to it next, and if Pat gets fired for it, so be it.
So be it.
It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Omaha Steaks is a great gift for Dad, and Father's Day's coming, and you never know what to get Dad for Father's Day. So go to the search bar at omahasteaks.com, put in the keyword Fanatic, and get the Dad's Want Steaks package. What do you get? You get 4 bacon-wrapped filet mignons. You get 4 air-chilled boneless chicken breasts. You get 4 boneless pork chops. You get 4 gourmet jumbo franks. You get 4 caramel apple tartlets. You get a jar of the Omaha Steaks seasoning and 8 Omaha Steaks burgers as a bonus for $99. This is an amazing package from my friends at Omaha Steaks. So go to omahasteaks.com, put keyword up in the search bar, Fanatic. Put it up there, Fanatic. You're going to get these 16 entrees and 4 desserts, plus 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers for just $99. The cooler comes to your front steps. It's got that dry ice, so it is absolutely frigid in there. And when you get these things on your grill, you're going to love it. We had the fillets last night. They were fantastic. Omaha Steaks, $99. Father's Day package. It is the Dads Want Steaks package. So go to omahasteaks.com, type in Fanatic, get your $99 ready, and you're going to be eating good.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, so you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time only, get 3 months on us. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to learn more. And 6/22/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet security edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Listen, there are all kinds of reasons why guys aren't able to perform. Age or medical condition, or for younger guys, could be anxiety, something that we all deal with. Whatever it is, Blue Chew tablets help men combat all forms of ED. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Chewables, how great is that? No needles, no downtime. If you like simple, BlueChew.com is for you. You don't have to visit a doctor's office. There's no waiting in lines at a pharmacy. You consult with one of their licensed medical providers online, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. Right now, try Blue Chew for free when you use our promo code 975 at checkout. All you have to cover is $5 for shipping. That's it. BlueChew.com, promo code 975 to receive your first month free.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? Quality oil like Mobil 1 Full Synthetic can help you get more out of every mile. Got an older vehicle? Try Mobil 1 Full Synthetic High Mileage. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $37.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,000 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. 5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold. Deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water can take, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, double black diamonds, lap swims, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at Moen.com.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at LandisBC.com. That's LandisBC.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
I've been asked, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Enjoy Wildwood summer fun at Maury's Piers with the Fanatics Deal of the Week. One same-day ride and water park combo ticket for just $70. That's a savings of $200 on a family 4-pack. You'll get unlimited rides on all 3 piers, Surfside Amusement Pier, Mariners Amusement Pier, and Adventure Amusement Pier, and both big water parks, Ocean Oasis Water Park and Beach Club and Raging Waters Water Park. Those 6 beach blocks of fun for $70 is only available now through Sunday or while supplies last at 97.5thefanatic.com, keyword deal. This is how we summer.
Don't spend another summer sweating in your undies. Call your independent Delaware Valley trained comfort specialist now for rebates and special financing offers on a new high-efficiency air conditioning system with whole house air filtration. Not only will you enjoy cooler, cleaner, and healthier air throughout your home, you'll save yourself some money and embarrassment, too. To get started, visit Train.com to find a Delaware Valley independent trained comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for details.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, official sports betting partner of the NBA Finals, is celebrating 75 years of the NBA. All customers get a championship referral bonus. Give and get $150 in-site credit, $75 on Sportsbook, and $75 on FanDuel Casino. Invite friends to join America's #1 sportsbook and online casino. That's what I'm doing. I'm inviting friends with the Sportsbook app and casino apps. They sign up with my referral link, and when they make at least a $10 on Sportsbook, we each get $75 in credit. When they make a bet of at least $10 on FanDuel Casino, we both get $75 in casino credit. Offer ends June 2nd. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, then sign up with promo code Bob to get free bets after your first bet. Use promo code Bob, invite friends, and get a $150 referral bonus. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Referred players must wager $10 or more within 28 days after signing up. Limit 10 referrals. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires after 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Ricky Vitalico in with us, as he is every single Thursday at this time. Hopefully for a long time. We'll have Ricky with us. Let's check out.
Hold on. I am sponsored, John.
I know that. Who brings you to us?
I'm sponsored by Guided Door and Window. Buy any window or door and get the second at 50% off, plus interest-free financing up to 18 months. Visit GUIDA.com.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. There is there is one.
Gotta.
What there's street signs. Guy says to me here. He goes, I notice. He goes, Kincade, I know you've moved out to Chester County. He said, in Chester County, do you notice all the signs for aggressive driving?
I've been stalking you. I've realized that you're out in Chester County.
But he goes, aggressive driving.
What about
and
it?
I've seen the signs.
What's
Come
wrong
to think
with
of it,
aggressive
it
driving?
says stop aggressive driving or something. There's non-aggressive driving sign.
I'd rather see aggressive driving than people driving like they have no idea.
You want
what
people
they're doing.
zooming in and out?
Not zooming in.
Well, that's
and
what
out,
aggressive driving is. Tailgating.
Is that a problem?
Or just maybe merging.
I don't know, but I've seen the signs.
Really?
Yeah, Westchester Pike. When you get past,
wait a minute, no, that's reckless driving.
No, it says aggressive driving.
I know, but what you just defined is reckless.
I think
driving.
it's both.
Do you think it's? I think it's. Yeah. I think if you're tailgating people, you're being aggressive.
That's aggressive.
That's aggressive driving.
Okay, well, I'm guilty.
I have always wanted to a bad tailgater, just take my foot off the gas and let somebody
jam on the brakes.
No, I don't want to jam on the brakes and then get really hit.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to get.
I've tapped them.
Let somebody.
I've
you
tapped
have
them on people. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
You could
care.
end up getting spun out though. At that
Oh well.
point. You could end up getting
then
hurt.
I sue.
Well, then you sue. Then you sue. It's tough.
That's what you got to do. You got to do.
It's absolutely dumb.
It's called Cordell and Cordell.
There we go.
There you
Let's
go.
find out what Ricky Bo knows.
Bum bum bum.
Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football.
We couldn't get Bo Jackson, but we do have Ricky Bo. So let's find out what Ricky Bo knows.
What does Ricky Bo know
Who's first?
about early Christmas shopping?
0.
When is the earliest you would buy a Christmas present?
December.
Really?
Maybe 15th. Maybe. I will say when my kids were younger, I mean, I would probably start right after. December. Beginning of December.
I have 4 gifts already bought.
I'm not that person. I don't believe in going early. If you get them some clothes, what if they don't fit at that point? And quite frankly, my daughters are good with the green stuff now.
Cashy.
Weed?
What does Ricky Bo know about
that's
fighter
horrible.
jets?
Fighter jets?
Yes.
Top Gun.
Uh-huh.
That is out in
theaters now. It's like universally.
in California.
People love it.
Yeah, I know fighter jets. They go pretty fast. They can shoot down pretty much anything.
Have you ever been in one? I guess not.
I have not.
Would you like to be in one?
I've actually seen. We were going into Houston with the Phillies one year. We land and we end up landing at NASA. Because all the airport, it was late, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we sat like right next to the runway that we boarded, and we watched touch and goes of F-16s.
Oh, you're kidding, really?
It was awesome. I mean, we were right there.
That's cool.
When you're
They
saying
were
touch and
go.
When they're doing that tap down and then they
And then they
right
take
up
right
again.
back. Oh, it was awesome. The noise was incredible.
Yeah, I bet. Ricky, what do you know about asking out an employee at a store while they're working?
And have you done it? I want to know.
Yeah, and have you?
I've not.
You
done
never did that
An
ever?
I'm sure I hit on waitresses or something. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, yesterday I saw a guy ask out the bank teller while she was working and doing his transaction. I saw it in the wild.
That's funny because
in the wild.
I know a guy that used to go into banks because the girl was hot. But no, I don't.
That's a tough one to pull off.
I've never asked somebody. So the guy went into the bank
Within a minute and a half.
Made sure he was in the right line.
Yeah.
And asked her to go out.
I think why he did
I'm
it, she
saying
approached
she
him
got
at the
turned-
door and said, "How can I help you, sir?"
Oh, well,
So I think there was a
There
little
you go. Well, if something like
signal.
that happens, you got to ask
Well,
her out.
she's being very forward then.
Well, she could just be being a good employee.
That is incredible.
Pat-
but no, I've never done that.
What
Yeah.
you got for Ricky?
Yeah, Rick, I think we're all pussyfooting around the real situation, but I'll be the guy to ask
All
it.
right.
Ricky, what do you know about high-stakes fantasy football leagues?
I know that Mike
yeah.
Trout is a horrible commissioner.
According
I do know
to Tommy
that.
Pham.
According to Pham and Jock Peterson, I think, right?
I think I didn't hear him weigh in on Trout.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm not afraid to play in those, but I have been kicked out of a league before.
What's the high price though?
I don't know. $500, $600.
That's wait a minute. That's if you're getting in
for
fights
them.
over-
For them?
Yeah. What would you guess?
It's about $10,000 a team.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably 10 grand a
That's
pop.
a lot. That's a lot. Coach, you have
160
anything?
grand on the line, maybe.
Coach?
I got kicked out of a league, which is a bunch of
What'd you do?
garbage. It was during the pandemic, and you're on Wi-Fi trying to get your picks in because nobody's live.
Yeah.
And I'd send my number one pick in, and all of a sudden it would be pick was made for you. Second pick comes up, hit it again. Pick was made for you. I had 2 players I did not want on my team. They were not like top 50 picks. So what did I do?
You got Jalen Reagor.
All quarterbacks the next 7 picks. So they kicked me out.
Oh wow.
Well, it was a smart move. I thought I had to do that so everybody would trade with me.
There you go. I like it.
What do you know about the big piece dropping a really good first pitch last night from Miles Teller? Unacceptable.
Well, he was never known for his defense.
There you go. What about you there, Coach? What do you got for Jay?
Hey, Rick, as part of the management team here at the Fanatic, what do you know about building a sandcastle?
What do I know about? I know it's made of sand and water. I don't build sandcastles. Last time I checked. And I know you stay away from those sinkholes because those are dangerous out there at the beach.
Ricky, what do you know about like getting up early for work in the morning or getting up to work in the afternoons?
Is there a difference?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm up at like 5:30 every morning, so 6 o'clock maybe.
Okay.
So I don't.
Because you
care.
turn
So
us on
you
at
would have
6
no
o'clock.
preference. Love that. There you go.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm
no
just asking a
preference.
question. It's
I get
Ricky
up early.
Bell.
I don't care if I have a West Coast game. I'm up at like 6:30.
All right,
after a West Coast.
What do you know about grilling?
Grilling?
Yeah.
I could grill. What do you want grilled?
You tell me. What's your best stuff?
I like lobsters on the grill.
Yeah?
I think it's fantastic.
Live lobsters, you put them on, or do you kill them?
Cut them in half.
No, you
butterfly them.
I'm talking lobster tails.
So you're not boiling them on. Can you boil them on the grill?
Suckers up.
Yeah,
I guess you could boil them on the grill.
I've done
right?
crabs on the grill. Yeah.
But what's good is you take garlic and butter and put it into the shell and let it simmer on there.
Oh, now you're talking.
Take
One last one, Jamie.
I just
Or
had
Pat?
one, and I'm completely
All
brain
right, Pat,
farting.
you have one last one?
I'll defer to Coach.
Coach?
Rick, what do you know about 80s one-hit wonders?
80s one, Milli Vanilli? Would you call them a one-hit
They
wonder?
were 90s.
How about,
They were 90s.
How about Tiffany?
And Milli Vanilli had two, by
Tiffany.
the way.
Tiffany's not bad.
I think we're
we're
alone.
alone. Yeah, there you go.
She was
hot.
pretty hot back
Yeah,
then.
she
too.
was
No, never. No.
I think Tiffany posed for Playboy.
I like Tiffany.
What?
Yeah. She posed for Playboy. No,
Tiffany?
It was Tiffany, yeah.
Why
And
does he always have to take a dirty point of view?
It was cool,
That's
man.
a fact.
No, the pics
Hey.
were cool.
Did you see Hillary Duff?
Yeah,
I did
Duff
not.
is
That
looking
was tasteful and
good.
impressive.
Tasteful, too. That's good.
Well, she's
They
got
did.
how many kids?
3, I think.
No, very, very impressive.
Tasteful.
She's got a couple
Hey,
of like comments.
What did
Good
she do?
genes.
There you
She
go.
did a Women's Health magazine
Not,
shoot.
not like naked.
No,
but-
who was
well,
it?
I guess
Hillary
she
Duff?
was naked, but it was
I look
tasteful.
at Hillary Duff in a whole new light now. She
It
never
was
really
very tasteful.
caught my attention much.
She always did it for me.
That
Wow.
magazine caught my
See,
attention.
that's dirty.
Really?
Dirty guy.
Dirty
back
shit.
there.
Hey.
She's hot.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. You get smoothies, you get refreshers, you get hot and iced lattes. Or you can try the new frozen coffee and frozen refreshers. Gotta have a Wawa if you do that there. So it's good. The did you hear earlier all the talk we had on the Eagles quarterback situation where if Jalen Hurts, we give you the scenario because Jamie sort of tossed this one out. They win the division and they win a playoff game.
I did listen to
Is he in? Is
he in
Jalen
what?
Hurts engraved in stone to be your quarterback 2023?
It depends on how he looks. I mean, you could win a playoff game with defense. Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, but you had to win the division by winning a lot of
All right,
games.
here's what I think, and this is an odd look at this. You remember the Rams 2 years ago with Jared Goff?
Sure.
Are they there? And then all of a sudden they know they're that little step away, and they go and get Matthew Stafford. Are the Eagles right there?
That's a great comparison.
Because they have offensive weapons.
That is a really good
pretty
comparison.
good defense that has gotten better this year.
Okay.
And if you were a betting man, you wouldn't have assumed that they were going to pull the plug on Goff.
But is it going to come down to Aaron Rodgers comes here and cleans it up the following year? Wow. Shocker.
No, it is.
Drop the mic.
It is. It is a drop.
That was
the mic.
pretty good.
But remember, though, Aaron Rodgers isn't going anywhere now with that new contract.
He's got a 2-year,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
No, my whole point is,
I got you, though. No, I get what you're
could
saying.
Come in, and who it's going to be? I mean, I'm sure that's up in the air right now. But could it be Jalen Hurts? Who knows? I mean, you really have to give him a chance this year because he's got very solid weapons.
Well, they've
all
done
over the place.
everything to give him a chance
over the
this
place.
year.
If he fails this year, then he fails, and he'll go somewhere and be a backup.
At that point, he has failed because you've done everything possibly for him.
They have fed him. I mean, big time. A good meal. Big steak.
They do. Hey, when you want a hot and juicy hamburger, how about a triple?
They
from
gave him
Wendy's?
a quadruple, maybe.
They don't do
It just
quadruples.
keeps
do they?
growing with you, Ricky.
For Jalen, they would.
For Jalen.
Grab yourself a Dave's quadruple or a double or a triple and taste the hot, juicy, square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh piece available in the contiguous
There it is, Bobby.
U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
I messed with his head.
Contiguous.
Yeah, I struggle
I didn't
with
know
it,
that
John.
word
I
till-
can't do it.
I didn't know the word existed till today.
They just use continuous.
Really?
I have.
Well, I've
heard
been saying it wrong for a
Because I've
while.
been listening. I'm like, wait a minute. They don't mean that. Don't they mean?
Because it isn't. It doesn't. Continuous never made sense, and I said it. But continuous doesn't make sense because there's that body of water between some of these places. The states aren't
Between
continuous.
where?
Alaska.
What body of water?
The Bering Strait.
It would be
From here
would be
on.
the Bering.
Yeah, isn't that
There's a
Bering Strait?
there's a
From
bottle.
here up, it goes
You
from
can-
here to Canada.
I mean, they share
Yeah,
the
you can
ocean,
handle
but
it.
Yeah, but
there's-
you still you don't
There's a
drive.
limit.
You don't drive from one state to
Well, you'd
Alaska.
have a hard time going over those mountains.
No,
I'm
but you
sure.
can't drive from one state
British
into
Columbia
Alaska.
and then Denali. There's a bunch up there.
Why can't you?
But you can.
There's not a U.S. state that
It's not a
borders
U.S.
Alaska.
state. It's a
Not a
Canada.
U.S.
So
state.
there's
You
not
got
a
to go through
state.
Canada.
So none of the others are states.
Yeah, but does the offer hold up in
It
Canada?
says continuous. The
Contiguous is
state.
sharing a border.
Okay, but if the offer is good for Canada, then it's fine to go continuous.
Are
Well,
the big
in
Wendy's
Canada,
people up
right.
there? They're all hopped up on Tim Hortons.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something. I used to go to Wendy's in Montreal because I didn't like some of their food there.
Really?
Like lunch food, I didn't like. I like their dinner food, just not lunch.
That is really, really good.
Huh. What does lunch consist of? Can it be anything, or does it have to be sandwichy?
There was always a funny taste. I just couldn't.
Oh,
do
really?
it. Maybe it was the alcohol from the night before because you know that that
Canadian
Molson
beers like
Gold.
moonshine.
Well, no, you were probably at Chez Paris.
I have been to
You were
Chez
probably at
Paris.
Chez Paris
I know
for
what
hours.
you're talking about. How's that?
You were probably there. And do you know that?
How about the Monte Carlo? You've been there?
I know the Monte Carlo also because you see, back in the day, Keenan would have a spy that would be waiting to see if the Flyers players how late they were out, if they were at Chez Paris late, and he had people on the payroll that would give him information from Chez Paris that were Chez Paris employees.
Ugh, the food at Olympic Stadium was the worst.
Wasn't it a bad
Watching
stadium?
a game at that stadium was the
only
worst.
good thing they had in the clubhouse was egg salad.
Oh, God.
And
What did you say? Good? Egg salad?
It was a good egg salad, but everything else was horrible.
I like egg salad.
You like egg salad?
I do.
And I love deviled eggs.
Yeah.
So you should like
But I
egg
don't
salad.
like egg salad.
It's basically the same thing.
I think it's the sandwich part of it. Isn't there mayonnaise in egg salad?
Yeah, there's mayonnaise and
You don't have
deviled
to
eggs.
use mayonnaise. You can put horseradish. You can put whatever you want.
Oh, that's not bad.
Horseradish?
Horseradish?
Horse.
What do you,
did I-
horse?
did I
You
say?
said horse?
Horseradish.
Pork chops and apple
Pork
sauce.
chops and applesauce.
There's a good reference. Egan, do you know pork chops and applesauce?
Please, dude. Peter Brady style.
Okay, good. Well, I didn't know if you get that
That's
one or
insulting.
not.
That's a move on.
I think that's really
I
nice.
think his good mood lasted until 9:30.
Yeah,
and
what
it's gone
happened?
now.
I think that's really nice. You brought up his name, though.
What?
Well, at least you make him feel big.
I love to make Egan feel big. He's big
Egan,
and hard.
you are big in my mind, buddy.
I can't say what I
You
want.
know you're my best
You
friend.
can, though, Pat. On this show, we're an open book.
No, I value my job, so I can't.
We're an
His
open
ego is
Congratulations on your
big.
success, though.
We're an
His
open
ego
book
is big.
in this show. That works. So the Angels come to town, and it was pathetic. I have something for the show tomorrow. We're doing.
Do you know Mike Trout's from here?
I never
Is he
he's
really?
that before.
Yeah, he's close by.
It's
He's in a town called Millville.
Connor struck him out.
Millville?
No,
he
He
did
almost
not.
struggled with
It's
it.
it is pathetic to me how bad these numbers I have for you tomorrow are crazy. How much one of the biggest stars of the game is an unknown
That's because he's out in California.
by his choice.
400 million choices.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but guess
great
what?
weather
Could he have
every
gotten
day.
whoa. 400 million that he could have gotten from anywhere.
Fair enough.
Anyone would
I
have
said
paid him
fair
out.
enough. I said fair
And
enough.
by the way, in California, he actually took less.
Yeah, but I can't
It's
live
the
in
worst
this-
place to play
I
in
can't-
all of the country.
Freddie Freeman did the same
I
thing.
love
Yes.
Philadelphia and some other markets, but I can't get a cliffside mansion in Laguna Beach, and many other places.
Let me know how it goes after that earthquake, all right?
Yeah, I mean,
I think his house
All right,
is fine.
so John likes to put him down because he doesn't
Not
think
putting
he's
him down.
Well, you don't think he's a
Ambassador for his sport.
of the sport.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah.
Tell
There
me
you go.
how. Tell me
You
what is
don't-
he?
You don't hear it because he's on another time zone.
No, I mean, I've got some great stuff for tomorrow that shows you he is not.
Well, who is your ambassador? Let me hear that first.
I think Harper's a much better ambassador for the game, and he doesn't even do that much around here.
What?
He's just popular with his fan base. I think it's the
Yeah,
idea
because
is
the first time he came in, he talked about the Fanatic.
right. It's
Yeah.
it's are you a person who promotes your sport, is visible? Do kids know who you are?
Well, that's a
By
great
even
question that
looking
Ricky
at
asked.
them.
Who is?
They all know.
I never thought of
they
that
all
before.
know who they are because of the money they make.
Clayton Kershaw is a guy. Kids in Philly know what he looks like. Kids in Atlanta know what he looks like. Kids in California know what he looks like.
You're wrong.
Who is it? Is there any?
I'm having a hard time thinking of one.
Since
Oh,
Jeter.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Aaron
got
Judge,
some
everybody
commercials.
knows who he is.
I mean-
no, they just know who he is. I guess Harper would be up there.
Does baseball do the worst job
you mean
of-
of all the sports?
of cultivating its next generation?
I don't think hockey's up there, but I don't think they're the worst. I think basketball's excellent at it. I think
Baseball's
football is
excellent at it.
unbelievable at it. I think the crazy thing about football, and this should be bothersome to baseball, is that football players by face.
Yeah, and they wear a helmet.
And they wear a helmet all the time.
Yeah.
I never thought about that when you say it, because is that one of the things with the NBA? Pat always points to that everybody knows their faces.
But you know the football players' faces, don't you? Why? Why is that? It's called marketing.
And accessibility.
Yes.
They make themselves.
Baseball players have gone into a hole. They've gone into the cave, and it's hard to get them out.
I mean, look what the NFL did last night in conjunction with golf. You have 4 of the best quarterbacks in football playing in a match there. I don't know if you could get 4 baseball players that would do that would garner much interest at all.
I think you might be able to get
not to that.
I think like a guy like Mookie Betts would do it in a second. It's publicity. That's what they want.
Sure.
They want. Oh, look at me. Look at me. Look.
All
at
right,
me.
I got to tell you, if you're putting Mookie Betts, pick 4 baseball players and you're putting them out there, it's not going to garner my interest the way that Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, and Allen did. You know what I mean?
No, because they take it pretty seriously too, and they're all quarterbacks.
If you put 4, all right, how about this? If we put 4 NBA first-team All-Stars, 4 NHL, well, we can't really use NHL.
Forget
4 NBA first-team All-Stars, 4 NFL first-team All-Pro, and 4 Major League Baseball All-Stars, starting lineup All-Stars, and put them on a photo lineup, there's no question baseball would be the worst. No question.
As far as
That
identification.
people could identify. That young fans, old
You're
fans,
probably right.
fans from all over the country could identify.
Well, basketball, if you watch
I think basketball would be
you're gonna notice
1.
These guys right away.
Football would probably be 2.
Football, it depends on what position you go to, but I would say a highly touted position.
But even guys
they're
like
gonna know
Jason
who it is.
Kelsey are known around the country.
One of the greatest tight ends. Oh, you mean
Jason Kelsey. Everyone knows Travis. They know
yeah,
too.
Jason. Well, Jason's also been vocal,
accessible,
vocal. Yes,
out there.
Same thing.
And selling his sport, selling his team, selling his city.
A lot of guys enjoy that.
I think baseball. Maybe you got guys who make too much money that they don't need to do it.
Don't even go there. But I
mean, you know it.
Yeah,
but they don't know. They know they don't have to do it.
I think if you know what, pin them in a corner and said, "Do you think you make too much money?" I think they all would say yes. I mean,
I would hope so.
I heard some horrifying stories the other day out swinging the clubs about that there are many players who are now charging for photos,
Yes,
charging for autographs, but many that I didn't know
that
I
make
did
a boatload of money
on the side, and I'm saying they're still playing.
Yeah,
and they're not signing autographs for kids. They're not taking photos with kids.
Pathetic. And if I did that in my day, if I didn't take photos or sign an autograph, I would have been lambasted. Lambasted.
You met my godson still has the picture in a minor league rehab start.
Yeah.
And they were up and you met him and you were standing in the concourse.
There you go.
Like after you're
getting a beer.
He did a rehab start and then just walked.
He put in his 3 innings.
I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but these are normal human beings. Some guys are jerks. Some guys are, and some guys are nice guys. But all in all, you know what? You're playing a sport where people come to pay to watch you play. So what should you do?
Be
Make
accessible.
them pay for autographs?
No.
Stop being an idiot. You make enough money in what you're doing right now. Stop being a prima donna. You were given a God-given talent. Use it the right way. No, this pisses me off because I played with guys. I played with guys that I thought were jerks. And they were jerks. And they were, you guys go sign autographs. I got to get on the bus. Or I got to get to the plane. Forget these people. No. You know what? These people pay a lot of money to come see us play. So how about you stop being a jerk and you get off the plane?
Ricky,
you know what I mean?
I asked you for a picture.
Shut up, Egan. I'm not done. My whole point is these people are normal human beings. Act like it. Don't think you're better than somebody else because you were given a talent.
Pat, your picture was...
I asked you for a picture and an autograph like an hour ago, and you wanted $20.
What? Shut up. Seriously. You want a picture? Here's a picture of my fist in your face. How's that?
Wow. That could be a good profile pic.
Pat, your good mood went right away fast.
Suing.
Hey, we're going to have a great Friday. A lot of fun coming your way. Thank you, Ricky.
You're welcome.
We'll look forward to hearing more from you soon. Hey, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partners, All Seasons Comfort Control, and make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. A fun Friday comes your way tomorrow. We went a little off the rails last Friday. I got a few more for you tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Don't miss Cuz Radio, and a lot of fun coming your way this afternoon. Don't miss it here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm telling you to do it live. There's so many different ways you can bet. And right now, there's an awesome opportunity for you to be able to set yourself up right now with the Parks app. Go to betparks.com, Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Do you want to bet golf? Golf is a fantastic thing to bet. And BetParks is an official betting partner of the PGA Tour and a proud sponsor of the Memorial, which starts today. Top of the leaderboard, John Rahm, Rory McIlroy, and Patrick Cantlay. They are the three top favorites, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. Do you have an idea about a long shot? Get on in on it now. If you want to bet the NBA Finals, Golden State, you bet $159 to win $100 to win the series. If you're on the Celtics, a $100 wager is going to win you $135 on the BetParks app. You want your risk-free bet? Do it by using the promo code Kincade. You get up to a $750 risk-free bet when you use my name as the promo code. It will set you up beautifully. You're going to love it. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
At T-Mobile, we believe customers should get more. And with Magenta Max, our most popular plan ever, that's exactly what you get. On Max, you get more premium data than our standard plans. That's right, unlimited premium data, so you can stay connected to what matters most. And now, with Magenta Max, you get even more savings than before. Families on Max can get 5G home internet for just $30 a month. You heard right, just $30 for reliable 5G home internet. That means